Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Tavern. As always, I am your lovely host and your DM, Mr. Dan Spence. And these are our lovely compatriots that will be assisting us in this fine and perilous journey that we've all been embarking. So, that being said, you might notice that we have 5 people at the table for the first time in quite some time. So, everyone, welcome back. Sir Dion over here.
Howdy. It's good to be back.
He's been quite busy with work and other very cumbersome tasks, as we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Moving. As we all know, moving it's terrible. Like in the last 7 years, I think I've moved. I moved at least once, if not twice a year. Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun. Not jealous.
No,
But I did the same. So
a little bit of jealous, just a little bit. So, anyways, coming back to it, we are very happy to be back. So, unfortunate for us that this battle mat right here, you might notice. I actually adjusted the camera this time that we could better see the battle mat. The weather race marker didn't really weather race off, so it's still very much there, and we're trying to fix that. But we don't know if this battle mat's going to be working for us, unfortunately. So I'm going to try 1 or 2 other things, but I've already reached out to the company who I bought this from, hoping that they'll be able to help us. Maybe this one's just effective, but regardless, it's just kind of there. So just so you know, that's not part of it. Anything that was previous is just kind of stuck there for the moment. So
maybe we could just use a different color.
and that's probably what we're going to do for tonight at the very least. But
big brain.
it's still not the best thing. But I am very happy to say that we will be kicking this off. So where exactly were we last time?
At the grandmother's house in the woods.
Doing very fun things.
Yes, very fun
The
thing.
guild house.
So who wants to go ahead and kind of kick off a little bit of what this recap truly is?
Yeah.
Say you were charming our mother Margaret very handsomely.
Yeah, Arthur, maybe you should kick us off.
All right.
If you're walking through the woods to Margaret's house.
Yes, we wandered our way after the werewolf encounter. Went to it was supposed to be like a waypoint in/home, and it was turned out to just be some grandma's home. It was very nice lady. Might have believed a few too many conspiracy theories. That's fine.
Grandmas typically do.
That's honestly why she was so palatable.
They either don't believe in anything or they believe in all of the things all at once.
There's not a whole lot in between.
Correct. So, she took us in because she also doesn't like the Empire and is scared of them. And we were like, yeah, so we want shelter, LMAO, and food, please. And she was like, okay, LMAO. And then the next morning, or rather, not even, barely in the morning, maybe 5 a.m., a bunch of knights came by. They're like, yo, big man, what's going on? Heard you got a fugitive of the law. Yeah. He's like, huh? Who? They're like, I don't know, but somebody in there, at their house that you're with. I'm like, wow, that's oddly specific that you know that, but not who the person is. Okay, interesting. So I guess we have to find it out for you. Deliver them.
Don't plug holes into the plot.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, there's actually very sound reasons for these kind of things.
Yeah. Anyway, they said, we'll give you 4 hours. And they're like, that's a lot of time to you guys could have just waited outside, but it's fine. It was 4 hours.
It's 5.
5 hours. We interrogated people. Interrogated one guy in particular. And he admitted to being the guy that they were looking for. And so because of that, we beat him up.
Yeah.
Might have killed him. All of us, it was a unanimous decision to kill him and murder him.
And it wasn't unanimous.
In front of his mother, mind you.
I wouldn't say in front of his
Mommy
mother.
was upstairs.
Mommy was upstairs, but she
Yeah.
heard it all.
There was a little bit of a cobblestone in between.
But no, we murdered him, eventually turned him over after soothing the rest of the group that we're with, saying, listen. It's not what you think. Kinda is, but it's not. Trust. And then the knights came, took the guy, they're like, sure this is the guy? We're like, pretty fucking sure, yeah. And then they were like, okay, thanks. And I dipped out. They're like, congrats, go on your merry way, refugees of the thing that we did to your city.
No, actually, to be fair, they didn't actually say that.
Oh, true.
Yes, what they actually said was, okay. And then they took him and left. They didn't say anything about what you guys or what was going to happen. They're going to do.
Huh.
So just to provide that point of clarity right there, they literally just left you guys in the cabin in the woods. And they said nobody had left the city, and you guys are the only ones who left the city, so.
That is where we left off.
That is where we left off. So who else wants to go ahead and extrapolate upon that, right? Anything else?
I mean, we looked through a lot of the paperwork that
That did happen.
That part.
Yeah, that's a pretty big part.
and we scrounged through all that and found a bunch of really interesting information about how to do a ritual that could destroy the realm and
material
yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there. A lot of interesting stuff about crazy relics and propaganda and
Crazy humans.
yeah, all kinds of weird
Your
stuff.
dad's thingamajig.
Lucy Watson's.
Trinkets,
Oh, yeah.
odds and ends,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like she's very in the know on these things, which is fantastic. But yeah, that's basically where we end up leaving out. And our buddy here, Zatu, is going to be rejoining us here shortly. He's not with us yet, but he'll be with us here very soon. So, as we go ahead and resume our adventures with our party, you had all just had this interaction with the guards. The guards ended up apprehending the one person you handed over to them. It wasn't difficult to apprehend by any means or stretch of the word because they were very much dead. But you handed off what appeared to be all their belongings. Maybe you guys held on to a couple things here and there. But basically handed over a thing of jewels and the entirety of their person. The guards went ahead and strooped them over the horse and started to head off on their merry way. Not really giving too much mind to you, direction, or anything, as they did inform you when you guys were actually getting there, and they basically just straight up told you, we have the entirety of this area surrounded. And they have laid siege to the city of Pike. Or the Holdout City of Pike. As it will probably end up having a little bit of a name change concerning the fact that it's no longer holding out.
Nope.
But they did tell you about that. As they ended up going off into the distance, you remain there. Right outside of this little old lady named Margaret's Inn. As you end up kind of having this exchange, you turn around, you notice everyone inside is kind of looking to you. And the old lady is just kind of standing out there on the stoop, staring everyone down. A little bit confused, a little bit befuddled. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess that was probably the best way we could handle it.
I think we should go. Make our way to
Probably.
Shadows.
Yes. It would be the head west.
To clarify, you're bringing us with you, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
That was what we told you, so.
Right, good. Excuse me. Given the fact that that they know exactly where I am, I'm a little bit worried to stay here. Arthur, my dear fellow, and Elena, will the two of you allow me to come with you and your refugee friends? I'm more than willing to give up my estate in the current circumstances. I would hate for them to come by and mercilessly beat and murder me and take everything I own. I'd much rather just give it to them.
Margaret, I understand your plight of the Empire. And they would probably do all of those things that you mentioned. Because they are the Empire, after all. You're more than welcome to
Probably
join.
more charming than that. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you so much.
Do you need some water?
Just a seat, please. You see her just kind of start falling back against the wall and kind of grabbing on some stones, and she kind of just begins leaning up against the wall. You notice actually one or two of the people from inside kind of come in there and kind of grab and try to support her. So as all this is kind of happening, you're going to end up seeing what looks like somebody just kind of almost like climbing down a tree as they're kind of climbing down. They're walking north to you. A little bit confused as they watch these guards kind of coming down the path and going away from
Oh my goodness! Finally, something I recognize, or at least some sort of civilization. And I'd like to walk up.
They're all the way over there in the corner, but yeah.
I mean, I could-
Yeah, you can just move them over here. Yeah. Just so you guys know, I did swap out all the characters that I had that are supposed to be pairs of 2 for civilians. Those are not dice. And I think here's Margaret. So
Margie. Free Margie. Come here, girl.
all right, so you guys all end up
This guy's
saying that
been
Zatu is walking up to the group.
Oh, dude.
Hey guys, long time no see.
Where have you been?
Well, I got cut off by the Imperials, and so I'm so glad to see you guys finally.
At least you're one piece.
Some would say.
So we have found a pretty good bit of information about some of the weird crap that we saw in the sewers.
Okay, I can't help but notice we've added a couple of people to the party too.
Yeah, well, this is probably about all the people that survived the siege on the city.
Okay.
A lot of baggage.
Oh goodness. Okay.
He's a little cranky lately, just...
That good
Oh,
old
she's
goblin
happy.
demeanor.
That's all I was.
Okay, fair enough.
You wouldn't happen to have that diamond dust on you still, would you?
I don't really know.
Okay, 'cause it's kind of important that you do.
Yeah, we'll worry about that some other time. Let's get out of here. I don't feel too safe.
Okay, well, let's head west. Margaret, is there anything that in your house that you could spare for us? You're going to back up and leave anyways. It might be a pretty dangerous trip, possibly.
Well, I do actually have a good amount of food downstairs that I'd be more than willing to share with everyone.
That would probably help out the civilians.
I technically speaking, I suppose I should leave it to elude me. I should grab my husband's dagger.
It would probably help you.
Absolutely. Here, would somebody help escort me downstairs by chance? You see her kind of
I
like.
think Arthur's all
I,
over it.
immediately.
And you manage to walk her downstairs. You're going to be downstairs helping. So we'll go to that here in a second.
Alright, so I guess the plan is just, we should probably head straight to Shadowstone.
Well, that's like.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know it's...
Where exactly are we, anyways?
Well, we probably, would we be able to kind of realize how far we've traveled west of the city?
So you have to remember too that you didn't go exactly west. You're kind of following the directions of the people to try and find those
Okay.
guys.
I guess when Margaret gets back up, she probably knows this area more than we do, so we'll ask her. But the goal is to head to Shadowstone.
You end up noticing the bard kind of starts speaking to Elena, all in Elvish, of course. Excuse me, but what exactly is the what exactly is going on? Are we making efforts to go to Shadowstone? And I was planning on staying with everyone here for as long as possible until I feel the need to move on. But I'm curious. Do you have a need for me, or are we staying together? What exactly is happening?
Well, I believe what the plan is for all of us to go together to Shadowstone. If you wanted to talk to Margaret, she might let you stay here by yourself if you wanted, but I think the rest of everybody wants to go with us.
No. I do not want to stay here by myself. That is not going to happen. A bard with no audience is a bard. No.
Well, then I guess you're coming to Shadowstone.
Well, as long as I be of use to you, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Got it.
Please do keep me in the loop as to what's happening.
I get it.
Not speaking
yeah,
common.
they don't understand you. I get it. He just feels really misunderstood and wants to make sure that we are including him in our conversations, and he wants to be a part of them.
What language does he speak by chance?
Elvish.
Oh, hey! Hey. All of a sudden it clicked.
You also speak the Elvish.
I do a little bit, just a teensy bit.
Seems way more fluent than a teensy bit there, I'll tell
Oh
you.
yeah, oh yeah.
What exactly are you, friend?
I am both here and not here. I'm both here in spirit and body, but not at the same time.
We don't know.
I don't know, that's for sure. I've seen quite many things in my travels, and you're breaking the laws of what I see as humanoid reality. That's to say the least.
Expand your views on reality, then, Bard.
Maybe I talk to you a little more about your adventures at some point. I could write a fantastic song about this.
A nice ballad to sing my praises. You and I, we're gonna get along very, very well.
Well, assuming you have praise to sing, friend.
Of course.
Well, I mean,
Many.
he did just disappear on us for the last couple weeks.
Many.
Well, has it been that long? I think it's only been about a day since.
Has it really only been a day in game?
It's been a day game. Yes.
Well, he disappeared
What
on us a day
has
ago.
been.
It's been a long day.
Oh, yeah.
This day feels like weeks.
This day literally feels like a month and a half.
Don't you just hate those days?
So as this conversation's kind of unraveling, what good do you have to say?
We want to though.
I do.
He wants
Can
it.
you actually grab this? I'll go ahead and I'll point out the boxes you can grab while you're down there. To just kind of start like giving you things, telling you like what to do. Feel free. You can ask her any questions that way down there.
Now, Margaret, is there anything special about your husband's dagger? It seems very ornate and very great craft.
Well, of course it
If it was like magically imbued of any sort, if he knew of any sort of enchanters that might have.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, there is a possibility. I see, similar to the way the Lord looks at this, we don't view magic in the same way as some of the Imperials do, where they try to manipulate it for everything and try to abuse it to create the most ideal outcomes for what they believe. But my husband received this dagger, and I think I do recall some magical property being associated. But I can't quite remember.
Did he receive this dagger in any sort of service?
Service of
To say the Lord, perhaps, or if he served another, maybe lesser house, nobles, anywhere else, guild, perhaps.
You know, come to think of it, I don't believe that I was around when my husband actually received this initially. It is quite perplexing.
How long ago did your husband pass?
Well, my first husband, he ended up passing roughly 30 years ago. My second husband passed roughly 20 years ago, shortly after we ended up coming to the city, I think. Well, if you know much about this, I dare to say an old woman probably isn't going to do much good with this. I'll just give it to you.
Oh, madam, you're too kind. I am a collector and I do appraise objects, magical and non. For that's what I do for my pleasure and my living. Well, did anyway.
I will say, I'm sure, given the circumstances, that I don't want to get rid of this, and I'd hate to get rid of my homestead, but potentially maybe I'm able to give this to you, and you and your friends are able to take this as payment for accompanying me to a new city where I could set up away from the Imperials and potentially make my new homestead.
Madam, greatly appreciated. It means a lot coming from you, and I will do much to keep this close.
Thank you. Thank you. And you'll see her kind of like going up there, and like she kind of reaching the wall, kind of shaking a little bit.
Change subjects very quickly. What else? I know you came up with a cure for lycanthropy. Just
Yes.
kind of quickly. What other brews do you know?
I know a great many brews. I can brew healing potions. You see her. She just starts listing off a couple potions. You recognize most of them. You recognize most of them as like more basic when it comes down to alchemy, but they are more complex formulas. But actually, if you're interested in this, we might as well just go ahead and you can't see your kind of point off to another box. Like, this is where all of my ingredients are. Maybe it'd be worth taking these along with us.
That would be great. I think we could find much use of it, especially along the road.
Yes, in my recipe book, and you see her kind of go over to her alchemy table and break down a recipe.
Now, do you have any sort of cart or any sort of thing we can haul this stuff on?
I have one or two carts out back. We should be able to use those. We'll just need some help to bring them around.
I think there's a big man upstairs who could happily pull a cart along, and I think we can arrange that. Or maybe some of the folk who are desperate to leave the city.
Absolutely. This is I'm very happy with the way this is turning out. This is fantastic.
Margaret, it's been such a pleasure staying with you the last night.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for all the commotion earlier. Don't mind the glance of the stain of pool of blood on the ground, that we probably did not clean up.
No.
No, we did not.
It was messy business. I'm truly sorry. It was out of our control.
No, it is quite all right. He died in service of our Lord, and he kept his word on that promise until the day he died. And I respect that. I do. Then, as that's being said, we'll go back to you guys upstairs. So you're going to end up seeing Arthur and Margaret kind of like just bring some things upstairs. She's more so just kind of talking to him, but he's just carrying boxes upstairs and setting them outside the door.
Is that the guy from the sewer who was down there with us?
Yeah, with the spider with the things.
Yeah, with the little
that's him.
swords for arms. Okay. Is he like with us now?
Yes, I think.
Okay. God damn it, Arthur! How you been, brother? Sorry, we got off on the wrong foot earlier.
Which foot is that?
Tentacle?
One of the two, I believe.
Tendrils?
Yeah, tendrils, tentacles, potato.
Would be the technical.
So, how long until we leave? Last I'd seen, the Imperials were kind of surrounding us.
That's what we heard, and I do believe he's just grabbing a couple more things from the basement that
As
will
possible.
provisions for our journey to Shadowstone.
You need a hand.
Absolutely. Many.
Indubitably.
Margaret, do you know the quickest way to Shadowstone from here?
Oh, well, I mean, are you talking on the roads or off the roads or?
Just quickest in general. What would you think?
Well,
You know the area more than I do.
Well, I was discussing with Arthur that we were planning on bringing all supplies on carts, and if we're bringing the carts, then it might be difficult if we stay off the roads. But I guess it depends on what you'd like to do.
We can adapt, but the better provision we are, the better we stand a chance at this making the journey comfortable. Problem is, as Satu pointed out, is that we are surrounded and we don't exactly know the intentions of the Imperials.
It's pretty true. So
And you know what I was just thinking though is the cart is pretty eye grabbing. If there's anybody out here, they're gonna try to loot us. So maybe
I'm not worried about
Not
bandits.
too worried about that.
I'm just saying.
Hard to be kind of comfortable being stabbed and slashed at. If I'm not mistaken, but
Let's say possibly maybe we stick to the roads for now, and if we have to abandon and go through the woods on the quicker route, we might have to do that.
Everyone roll perception really quick.
That's a 6.
17.
That's number.
3.
7.
Oh.
You're gonna be the only one who hears this. You're gonna hear like as a little bit of a high pitched scream coming from back behind the building.
I run back over there.
As you run over there, you're gonna see this little girl holding this bucket of water, and she's just kind of looking at it, shaking.
Like standing over the well?
I
kind of
feel
thing?
like if I see him run, I'm gonna run. So I'll follow.
I'm with the two.
Okay, so you're gonna see this little girl. Oh, the Imperials, they poisoned the water. look at this. You see her just kind of dump the water out, and it's like just red as all.
What on earth? It's like somebody bled in this thing. Well, they dumped a body down there.
Oh, it's the Imperials, of course it is. Mother! Mother! And you see her just kind of start like shouting as she like kind of runs away.
Freaking Dino, man.
I'm taking, one of you guys has something to do with this?
Yeah, little green dude over there.
No, it was the Imperials, I believe, who...
The Imperials!
Okay, I gotcha.
Them and their underhanded schemes to try to poison us.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, well, no fresh water here. At least we'll find enough. Why she was...
If we require fresh water, I do know that there's a stream if we follow the road. Does anyone have a map by chance?
Oh, I do have one of the area.
That would be fantastic if you were able to show it to me.
It doesn't really have a lot of small details. But
Oh, are you? Well,
like a
what kind of a map is it then? I mean, I know that there's a couple of traveling merchants that we might be able. I know where they stop. I normally do trade with them, and that's how I get some of my herbs. But we might be able to get a better map
I
from
don't
them.
really know if this one will help too much.
Oh, that is probably. Well, I could show you roughly where we are, but we might have to look at getting a better map. I know generally speaking the trails around this area, but when we start moving, I'm going to go over here and show you. So she's going to tell you that you guys are roughly right over here. Each of these hexes essentially is about a full day's travel.
Yeah.
So about 20 minutes. You guys are probably about in the middle of this section. You know, kind of coming out. So like we were about over here.
How the heck you been, Howard?
And not really
Not too
sure
bad.
exactly
Not
how
too
to
bad.
she
Trying to
thinks
move
she
back
can
home?
get us to about here.
I'll settle in a little
But
bit.
she knows
Oh,
where a couple
yeah.
of her.
Where you been?
And also, there
I
is
was
a
away for
nice
a
little
month.
water route
Cool.
that if you end up looking
Welcome
a
back.
little bit, just a little bit north of where we are, there is a river that we can go get water at.
Okay, well, I think possibly we might need to just try to get to one of these merchants and see if there's any supplies that they can get.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I would assume the siege only happened roughly 8-9 hours ago. Any traveling merchants who had been coming from the north probably wouldn't have seen any of this. They probably wouldn't know. They'd probably just be on the regular path.
I would have seen
roughly-
the smoke at least. Miles.
For miles, yes, but I mean, at this point, we're roughly. Well, maybe 16 to 20 miles away from the city. I mean, we can kind of see a little bit of the smoke, but they might be a little bit more than that. I'm not.
Well, you're familiar with the area, so if you think it is safe to go check out the merchants, we should probably go there first. But,
It's along the way.
Well, the merchant location isn't exactly on the way. It takes us more north due. What? How did the city fall?
well, it's kind of hard to say. We were kind of in the middle of it, but they basically had weapons on ships that were catapulting all kinds of manner of debris and bolts.
So it was an attack that's just coming through the docks, and they managed to overrun the city,
It was an
and that's why they ran you out of the city.
Imperial Navy. Came from the north, south. But from
The
from
north
gra-
and the south.
from
They
the ground,
surrounded the whole city.
from the ground and from the city. The coordinated attack on the city. Managed to see it to our foresight coming for the past couple of days now, but it looks like this grand city I fell because no one wanted to listen to us.
Well, To be quite honest, Nomi Goblin, you aren't the nicest person to interact with, so...
No one in the city was very kind to us, so
Especially him.
apologize for money.
It's... So, the best path, if we're going to go... To be honest, I'm not sure. If they really did come from the north, that would make sense as to why... I don't know. If we go north, I know we'll be able to meet the merchant. The merchant wouldn't imaginably have seen all the destruction to the city. But if we end up going straight towards Shadowstone, my knowledge essentially will only get us so far. Normally the merchants come directly to me, but I have gone and met him along this path before, so... We'll get a better map of the area, but it does take us out of the way.
So,
Let's just go see the
Out of
merchant.
game question. So we don't have a clear path with our map to Shadowstone. We just know its direction.
Roughly.
How much?
You can look at the maps too.
Okay. How much? If we're talking like we're gonna take a cart, how full would that cart be of stuff?
The cart's gonna be pretty full. Like I'm talking like so. I have to look at the pacing again, but it's gonna drastically affect your pacing. Plus, you guys have women and children, so that's also gonna affect your pacing.
We have a donkey to pull
So
a cart.
normally, you don't actually. Well, you have an Edard.
I look at Edar.
So if you look at the map,
Malachi was here.
so I have an extra version. I'll give you just to give you a little bit of basic reference because I know he has an map there. But the Holdout City of Pike is right there. Shadowstone's over there. Marge is telling you roughly somewhere. Each of these hexes is about 24 miles, which would be roughly a day's travel at normal pace for a party. You guys have women and children, and you're going to be carrying this thing. It's going to drastically affect your pacing.
I mean, if we're gonna
And
have
this is, of course, assuming that these hexes are just dead shot to where you're going. That's not assuming winding paths or anything, which you don't know the path of.
So we might want to actually pivot here a little bit.
it seems best to go to these traveling merchants where they're stationed.
Well,
They can perhaps-
as far as it looks, I kind of remembered when we were looking through these documents that I had seen something about information from an informant to the council, and his information gave him that most of the Imperial army was coming from the east. I mean, we could possibly still go west to Shadowstone, but it might also be viable to try to go north to another city. I'm not sure.
Well, I think the ultimate destination is Shadowstone. However, we might not have we might not know the certain path to get there. And if we go to these merchants and they tell us, then we can maybe even provision ourselves better. Some of these families can part ways if they so choose, and they can tell us more or less. The merchants can tell us exactly where we should go.
Arthur's making a lot of
I mean,
sense.
that sounds fine. I mean,
Let's
we
put
need
it on
to
us.
we need to make sure that we are well equipped for this journey, especially if we have other people that are relying on us. So we probably just need to head to the merchants, and then if need be, we could also get the map while we were there.
I think it's
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
take the cart, load it up. Somebody, a couple of somebodies, perhaps.
I think it might go without saying, but I can't really walk too far. Is it alright if I hop on the back of the wagon?
Call me the wagon, Margaret. You're in.
I beg your pardon.
God.
I mean, of course you can hop on the back of the
Oh.
wagon. Or in the front if you'd like to see what the path is ahead.
You're so funny there. I see what you did. That was clever. That was clever, Arthur. Very clever. Alright, so what do you guys want to be the marching order? So go ahead and kind of lay that out really quick. How you
Women
guys
and
wanna do
children
this?
around the outside of the cart. The rest of us.
They're pulling the cart.
Women and children last.
Well,
I am getting the cart for you guys. So. Yeah, once I find it.
I'm in the cart with Mark.
Oh,
I'm in the car with
the
Margaret.
carts are rocking. Don't come a knock.
We should probably position the cart in the middle of us. A couple up ahead, cart in the middle, and a couple behind.
Women and children.
And then everybody just mixed in. Civilians.
Does Margaret have any sort of work animals we could possibly pull this on?
She does
I know of one work animal.
Kai.
not. And his name is Edar.
Edda! You got all the muscles, boy. Come put them to use.
You guys don't have to try to pump me up. I will pull the car.
I'm going to gas him up as much as I can.
So do we get a reward or something like that for keeping these women and children alive?
The reward is doing the right thing.
Oh, doing the right thing. He does realize I'm a necromancer, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
What?
Oh yeah,
But
the
I don't disrespect it.
tentacles weren't a dead giveaway, weren't they?
Dead was not the
really.
giveaway that I received.
Go ahead and take a whiff of one of these bad boys.
This one's unhinged, isn't it?
A little
A
bit.
little bit.
You'd be too if you had tentacles strung out of your back, wouldn't you?
Sounds worse than backhat,
It is.
to which I don't have any.
We have a lot of stuff. You can. If you want some.
No, I'm quite alright.
So, what happened? What happened with you, my little goblin friend? Everything okay over there?
You can say that.
Penny for your thoughts. I toss you a gold coin.
Well, feels like you've been gone for ages.
It does.
So now you just come back, and now you're more important to us. Now we have another body.
Wow! Didn't I save you from a specter down in the sewer? This is how
I
you.
know.
This is.
Anything I need to save. Bunch of
Ooh, okay. I lean over to Elena.
Kind of off today. I don't know.
Do you think Edar's brainworms got to him?
I don't think so. I hope not, because that would mean it's contagious, and I really don't want to start talking to myself.
That's fair.
That's certainly problematic. Okay, so literally can't find it.
Here, use this.
Yeah, I guess I'll just put two of these side by side
We're gonna
because I literally can't find it. But there you go. There's your
It's in a
wagon.
box somewhere.
I've checked
Stick in
most
a
of the
box.
boxes, so.
That's in the
Taking a
There you go.
box.
So you guys can go ahead and figure out your mark. I'm gonna check it.
I guess I'll be in the front of the cart.
Whatever one's Margaret.
This one's Margaret.
Yep, I'm with her in the cart.
So he's here.
Why don't you summon up one of your little mechanical dogs to pull the cart?
I guess I'll be up
It's
in
not
the
quite like
front.
that. It's a little mechanical Tweety bird.
I don't know where.
You haven't invented wheels yet, have you?
Dino's gonna be
No, somebody else did.
in the back.
Hey now.
So are you
Oh,
gonna be
Dino.
But-
here with me or in the back with me?
Honestly, I kind of want to keep on now. I'm my boy Dino because I'm still very concerned about his well-being and his mental state. I'll be back there with him.
So does your
So
arm
the women
like
and children.
look corrupted, rotted?
One of these is
My
Cynthia.
arm
Which one's
difference?
Cynthia? Because I don't want to be anywhere near her.
No, you were.
Cynthia the town bicycle.
Wait, do we ever establish like?
I don't know what. Yeah, I want to know what that looks like.
Well, the arm, no. Who's in? Who else is in? Because Dino's gonna speak up and say the children should.
Well, each of these equals 2 people, he said. So, and that includes women and children.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many
So-
actual children there are, so like that.
You sure you don't want the burdens in the back?
Yeah, okay. So,
Hey,
Burdens,
Dan, how many
plural.
childlens are there?
what's that?
How many chidlins are there?
Chidlins?
Yeah, children.
Oh, children. We'll just say that every pairing has a children. So
That's 6 kids.
6 kids. Wow,
Wait.
that's a lot of kids.
Well, one
Wow.
pairing
That's
should
really
just be the
That's
mother,
what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah.
So there's okay. So one dice is Nathaniel's mother, and then the rest of them has one. What?
And then
Work
one
the
of these
thing.
is Cynthia. And then who's the other one? The bard?
Cynthia is that one. Yeah.
This one's Cynthia. Okay.
Oh, you want? I can give you one for the bard. Really
Elena
quick.
says, "Keep her away from me."
Wait, so who's the extra? You have Margaret, Cynthia.
Oh, this.
Margaret,
Wait.
Cynthia,
Margaret is the that one.
This one's Margaret? No, that one's Margaret.
Oh!
It's not Margaret anymore.
I'll just blow up the card.
Give me Margaret.
Thanks, guys.
Give me the real Margaret.
Is this one significant then?
Did you guys see that video of the lady on the plane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker right there is not real.
I've only heard the audio for it because I've seen it I heard it on TikTok.
Alright, we'll say that is the bard.
Bard.
That's
Hey!
fine.
Bard can be
And
up by me.
who is this extra?
I want to be friends with Bard.
That
I wanna be
I
friends with
don't
Bard
think so.
too.
Well, you chose to be by Pino.
He's got to hear
Yeah.
about my tails and my tentacles.
So, theoretically, how much weight am I pulling right now with all the supplies and them two on it?
All the supplies, and 2 of them on there.
Yeah, the supplies that they loaded up on the cart.
About
Yeah.
250.
So let me think about this really quick. So each of those boxes is probably, if they're made of wood, so they're probably gonna weigh at least. It's gonna be at least 10 a piece. They're gonna be full of food. So, like, I would assume probably each of the crates ends up being roughly like 25 pounds, and you have like 5 or 6 crates back there. One that's full of herbs. So probably looking at like maybe like 120 plus them. Like 120, 125 plus
you
them.
Wait, isn't that part of our stats?
If you put it in.
Oh.
My thing is, I'm just trying to see, can I viably pull all that plus the children on the cart?
If you have my help.
I mean,
I don't know how much the kids weigh and everything.
the
so,
Kids are probably like 20, 30 pounds.
I think it'll be about something you can handle.
I think it's gonna be difficult, and it's definitely gonna slow the pace of it. But you'll be able to do it.
Okay.
You know what?
Something smells hot.
Yeah.
Like burning. No, like I'm serious, like electric burning.
Yeah, I smell
It smells like the heat just kicked on.
Heating element
That
would
might
be
be
the
what it
correct
is, actually.
term.
And that's
Oh, you might have
Just
hit
turned the
it.
heat
I
on.
probably hit the thermostat.
Dan, you're gonna kill us!
Oh, no.
I was just worried that there was like an outlet
I
or
100%
something.
hit the thermostat. No, that's what it was.
Okay.
I would 100% hit the thermostat.
Suddenly got hot in here.
It's the
Trying to
Jersey
sweat us
song.
out.
I thought it was just the
Marty's
heat.
feeling it.
I thought it was just the heat
Open
between
the window.
Margaret and Arthur.
For the next 30 minutes, we'll be doing hot yoga.
Alright, so here's the situation back there on the cart.
They're fogging it up back
I
there.
would prefer that the kids get on the back, but if they do with all of you and the Imperials, it's going to be.
Arthur, why don't you walk next to the cart? You can still be by
It's going to
Margaret.
slow me down a little bit.
You guys can still hold hands.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to be presumptuous. However, I find it most comfortable. Well, I do have to read over some things. Even scry over this dagger.
Alright, well, it's going to slow us down, so just keep that in mind, everybody.
I believe in you. A lot.
Okay.
More than a stranger should.
Okay. Thank you for your vote of confidence.
Gotta gas up the homies, as they say.
Alright, well, kids, get on the back of the cart.
You're not my dad.
Alright, you're gonna end up seeing the kids in the piling in the back.
Put like 3 of them on there, and then the other 3 can be the parents.
Alright, and that is your marching order then?
Yeah.
Alright.
Everybody roll initiative.
So you guys end up heading off. So what is everyone doing while we're going through this?
I want to.
Edar is using his big old muscles.
I
So there we
want
go.
to turn back to the bard who's walking behind me.
Okay, so you want to talk to the bard.
Yes.
Oscar, you know.
Just right there in the far back, just making sure everyone is following the case, while also just kind of looking menacingly. Just more so, just keeping an eye out in case. Also, just rummaging through some.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm reading Necromancy for Dummies
Oh,
While walking.
while walking.
Wow.
Ooh, okay, it's gonna be difficult for you to read.
Guys, I've got tentacles. Come on.
He's got 8 eyes at least.
Exactly.
here, after
So, and that I think that was actually a book. I ended up picking up, right?
Yeah, basics necromancy.
Acrobatics.
I was saying like athletics.
All
and
right,
acrobatics
so
at the same
let's go
time.
ahead and say so while you're doing this, just kind of keep track of how long. All right, what do you want?
I would like to do an instant action as soon as Edard starts pulling the card. I'd
Mister.
like to cast Identify on this guy.
Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. Before we get going, I wanted to give you my armor.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
This is a character I was just saying, so I can but anyways, we have that armor, that cloak that I found from that source, that demon guy or whatever. It's basically chainmail, but it's silent. I mean, I don't know if you would be able to wear it, but I don't know what your stats for that technically is. Like, is it technically chainmail? Does she have to be proficient in heavy armor or whatever to actually wear it?
So it is chainmail, but it counts as light armor.
Okay.
Hey.
It also doesn't get the disadvantage of chainmail.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to roll disadvantage on
So-
sub-checks.
What would I look for here then?
So it's going to be a custom item.
Yeah, they'll have to tell you what to do.
So essentially, what the item is. So it is chainmail, but it is the way I explained it to Ellard was essentially it is a fabric that has been woven through chainmail to make it feel like chainmail, but it wears in the same way that you would end up having leather armor.
Okay.
It ends up kind of being pulled up in ways where it feels very comfortable. It feels more like leathers, but it's woven through the fabric, and the fabric is your marine. So, stat-wise, chainmail without disadvantage, and it counts as leather.
You could probably. Oh, actually, I don't know if you.
Because it's what,
I was going to say you could probably add
16.
chainmail, but then
I
I
think
don't
so.
know if you can adjust the stats on it or anything. Just so it shows your armor class go up.
Can't remember those doing.
Identify on the dagger?
Identify. That's what. Okay, that's what I was looking something up. Identify.
I would just add chainmail and then just make sure that you, when it shows disadvantage, just make sure you don't roll disadvantage for stuff. Chainmail adds disadvantage to stealth checks.
Okay, so I just need to really look really
If
fast.
you want to
for
like give
what
it to me
identify
later,
is.
that's fine.
Well, just what? So what is identifying?
Identify just tells me exactly
And
what
it
kind of
says-
dagger
It
it
says
is.
you have disadvantage.
Like what magical
So
properties,
just-
yeah,
Make and model.
Yeah.
make and model,
Yeah. So
year
so
manufactured.
gotcha. And you are going to be able to get that. So I'll tell you right away though that the dagger itself is magic, and it does have magical properties. When it comes down to the actual schools of magic, the properties and how to use them, you're not going to get that yet.
Added as black, right?
but-
Oh, that's right, I got it.
Yeah, you're going to have that.
Okay.
Okay. So you're doing that during this time. You're reading Necromancy for Dummies. Okay, so you were wanting to do what again, Elena?
Talk to the mark. What was your name again?
I can't remember his name.
Doug.
No, it was.
Doug.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'd have to go digging through.
It was Elrond.
That's right, Elron the
There
Bard.
we go. Elrond.
Not Elron, but Elron.
Elrond.
Elron.
He said it was Elrond, like full on.
Like Elron Hubbard.
So you think you can play us something to kind of keep everybody's hopes up and
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say. Never mind. Sorry, you're speaking.
Of course I can. This is something that I'm very familiar with. Just wanting a general tune, or
yeah, I mean whatever your fancy is. I just like some music.
well, absolutely, I could do that for you. And you see him go ahead and just kind of like pull him around the root, and you hear him. Yeah, I think I'll go double check, but I'm pretty sure I tone it back down. You hear him just kind of go ahead and strum a chorus. He kind of starts like humming to himself, and he's basically just going to start singing a song that's talking about the generalized history of Exrath.
How loud is he playing?
He's not playing too loud. He's just playing loud enough for people around him to really hear. Not like ridiculous so loud. He's not like playing a concert.
Can you give me a little rendition of what that might sound like?
Next time.
Okay. Chat GPT, sing us right this
Right,
song.
yeah.
Sailor.
Well, I have the loot over there. It's like I guess I could try to pull something on my ass. But it's like, not a good use of time.
Helena, that might not be the best idea.
Hi.
We don't know what we're going to run into out here, so the music is probably not so smart.
Can you just play a little quieter?
Absolutely. He kind of just like toned it down. He basically just stops singing and just starts like playing some chords, and more so just going like finger style and just kind of playing some stuff.
It's not any louder than that part that you're pulling.
Still.
Keep playing.
Play on.
Alright. So Oscar, or not Oscar, Dino, you're wanting to dig through your bag.
Come on, dig through the bag, really?
So what do you trying to do really quick?
Because I know just trying to see some other spores I was able to find while in the forest.
Some of the spells or
Like
Stuff
it.
that I, rummaged while
Another beer.
Okay.
they were distracting me.
Sure.
Because
So
there was 3 total, and I'll take one of them.
Pour that out and pour this on.
so the other one you're gonna end up seeing is you're kind of just like taking a general look. You're gonna end up seeing that it is a bunch of like kind of statues. One of them's kind of marbleized, looks like it's a little bit broken. But you end up seeing there's some other things that are more more like they aren't like relics, but they're more symbols of power. And you think they'd be able to fetch a good price in the market just by generally looking at them. One of them looks like it has a couple jewels in it. So it's hard for you to tell exactly, but you're able to kind of pick that out, just kind of like rummaging through and looking
Yeah,
at stuff.
just not really. Just also just kind of keeping a lookout around the forest. Just out.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and say that you were able to get a hour's worth of reading in, but as you're going through and you're reading something, you end up noticing that there was a little like crimp in the book that seems to like go to a passage where it looks like it's an explanation of how a spell works.
Like somebody dog-eared the page.
No. It's like you see. Well, yeah, somebody like dog-eared the page, but you end up kind of going to it. It looks like it's more of an explanation of how to perform a spell. Some kind of necromantic spell. You're trying to like kind of read it, but while you're walking, it's just taking a little bit of time because it's not just like general text. It's like full-on extraction.
I cast
like,
Mage Hand to turn the page.
Okay, so you're able to turn the page, and you are still going through and doing your thing. As you're holding with one hand, the tentacles are doing the others. And your hands, I don't know what you're doing with the other hand, but you're just kind of like you're like a one-man show at this point. So like one of those guys in the corner of New York City.
First level spell to change the thing.
That's a cantrip, guys. Come on.
Okay, I was just making
Come
sure.
on.
But you're going to be doing that, and you feel like you found something that's not just going to be useful to you, but
Beautiful.
It's really useful. So. All right, so as you guys are going through, I want somebody to go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Not everybody at once.
Here, Ted.
Dino's always the.
Here, Ted.
An 8.
Head's gone.
You calling for Ted?
Yeah?
Listen up, yelling, please.
Not any louder than the cart, Edard.
You were definitely
Nice.
yelling louder than the car.
All right, so as you guys end up walking through what feels like your first hour or so, I want you to go ahead and roll perception.
You're in here since I took my hat off. Like it's skin bright.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cat doing what it's
No
supposed to do.
way.
Oh.
Just saying.
17.
17.
Whoa!
Mind
I
blown.
never knew it was there. Within the head of
All right, so as you're standing there in the back, you see roll 17. Okay, so as you're standing there in the back, kind of like rummaging through your stuff, that you're like, yeah, okay, there's not much in there. You start kind of looking around, paying a little more attention, and as you guys end up walking past somewhere on the road, you end up hearing what is like a rustle of something in a tree, then you end up hearing a little twig break, and one of them kind of falls off the ground to a bush right over there, not too far off where you are.
Take one of my daggers and throw it at the sound.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I see that immediately.
So go ahead and make your attack.
I see that immediately.
It's my
Hey,
ass.
it's
It was 10.
I will actually kill my character.
Ted is
Ted.
an owl bear that bonded with him.
I had him
Like-
since he was a little pup,
Yeah.
Or cub, maybe.
And then he kind of disappeared.
straight out the egg.
Wow.
Why are you? Why?
What?
It's from Willy Wonka.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's the Candy Man.
Yeah, it's
The
from Willy
Candyman,
Wonka.
Candy-
Okay, it might be in Willy Wonka, but it's not originally from Willy Wonka.
That's
It is really long.
that's an 11.
11?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so as you end up making that attack into the tree, you're going to end up seeing that, like, the dagger kind of just, like, goes fully through some of the leaves. And you're going to end up hearing it, ah, as you end up seeing somebody just straight fall out of the tree and land right into the bush.
Sounds like a
right
bad
next to
sneeze.
Who's his last?
Did any of us hear the falling?
I would say everyone in the back and you on the car and Ed are over here.
I got a
So
loop in
everyone-
my ear.
Everyone but you.
Pretty much.
Buy up.
You
what,
and the bar instantly.
buy up. What just happened?
Everyone hold up.
I run up to the bush.
What?
I said you're the thing
And-
that does the whole.
You're talking about the people in front of me. If I just stop and don't say anything.
Yeah, but that cart, doesn't make noise.
Me and Elron would just run off into the sunset.
You couldn't ship me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not the one doing that. Everybody else is.
Elron Hubbard.
All right, Dino.
Alright, I run up and draw my sword. Whoever I just saw fall into the bush. Speak your business. Now.
Wait. No. Oh, I think you have it all wrong. We're hunters. Please don't hurt us.
What are you hunting for up in that tree, bud?
Well, I guess we're not really much of hunters now, are we? Things have drastically changed.
Seems like we're the hunters. Now answer the question.
What kind of cart is this, by the way? Is it like a two-wheel cart that I have to put down, or like a?
And they fall forward when I'm.
Imagine the same type of cart that you had on the prairie.
It's a four-wheel cart.
All right, so I'll probably just let go and walk over.
As hunters now, seeing as you've spotted now.
Well, I want you to go ahead and roll intimidation real quick,
Very, very fierce.
because your comment would kind of put them on kill. So.
These tentacles, not only do they protect, they attack too.
Hey!
19.
19. Oh, okay. So we are definitely hunters, and we weren't hunting in the tree. We're hiding. Okay. The Imperials have been coming through all this area. Have you not run into them yet?
We have.
Oh, now we have.
How the fuck are you still alive then?
I stare
We can
menacingly.
handle ourselves.
Wait. So you ran into the Imperials, and they just let you walk away?
That's what we said, mate.
No, they must be following you. They wouldn't just let somebody walk away. They pillaged our site, and they took our buddy. We're the only two that end up making it away.
Well, you're not going to last out here long on your own. So we are.
Well, apparently we're not going to make it much longer with this dagger over here. What is this? What the fuck is? What are you holding?
It's you, mate. Oh, do you want this thing?
This thing is the relic. It's your sword.
Listen, it doesn't matter right now. We're asking the questions. Okay.
If you want to live, go to the front of the cart, help Edard.
Of course we want to live.
Shrink the numbers, friend. Come on.
He doesn't need the help with the cart. Just, are you guys? You guys are capable fighters. I assume you are, at some point, you are hunters.
I'm good with a bow. I wouldn't call myself a fighter per se, but I can shoot a bow.
What are these guys equipped
And what about you?
They're both going to be holding essentially just longbows, and it looks like they have some daggers on their sides. They're not wearing any armor. They're not wearing any armor or anything. They're literally just wearing normal clothes.
You guys want to make it? Like, obviously you would, but
Well, of course, but you're heading that way.
we're heading to Shadowstone.
Shadowstone's that way.
I understand that, but we're making a pit stop on the way. It's a little out of the way, but we have to get somewhere first.
Okay, I don't feel like we have much of a choice in this. Not because you're threatening me by chance, which we definitely feel threatened.
Oh, you are.
think it's fair to... Okay, so this goes without saying. We are definitely being threatened here. But I'm not... I don't think this is the right direction to go. I'll leave it at that. So we came from this direction. There's Imperials that have a checkpoint set up not too far off the bridge, but I'm not sure if we really want to go this way.
Did you see any merchants up there that are still operating?
Well, yeah, there was a merchant about probably another 5 or 6 miles down the road, but
Past the bridge where the checkpoint is, or before?
no, they passed the bridge. The bridge is about 10 miles away, maybe 20 at this point. But
So we would be able to get to the merchant before we get to the checkpoint.
well, yes, I suppose so. Yes.
Well, we're trying to get to the merchants up there so we can get some supplies, a map.
Oh, I can take you right to the merchant is. Don't you worry about that.
Look at Dino. We trust him.
Personally, now,
I think you can trust me. I'm very trustworthy.
Here,
Sounds like you need an inside
let's try something out. And I pull out the region map. And I show it to him, and I basically tell him, point to me on here where the merchant is.
Oh, this is a really large scale map. You end up seeing him point to like roughly where Margaret said it was.
Okay.
That's normally where she would end up meeting them. So
Okay.
it's like it's hard for me to really point exactly on this map. It's not very to scale of what you want.
And then I take it to Margaret and just to clarify.
She would confirm that.
Or they seem like they know what they are talking about. Listen, as long as you guys don't cause any trouble, we have no reason to harm you or anything. So, our plan is we're going to hit the merchant, and then after that, hit the Shadowstone.
but give us trouble and harm.
The goblin bites.
Well, who am I to fight with that?
Attaboy. And I just yanked out the dagger from wherever it was held.
Yeah, so you're gonna end up basically just pulling out of the side.
What are your names, friends?
My name's Theo.
Theo. And your buddy?
Bucky.
Theo and Bucky, okay.
Alright, you two. I want you guys up front.
Or that's probably not the best idea.
Alright, not up front. Or I can keep my eyes on
Just keep them back there with you.
These are very conflicting words. Where do you want me?
you. In front of me.
Okay.
Move.
Oh, all right.
Hey!
See him go ahead and get in front.
Follow, guys.
Feed him.
Aww.
So I was observing all this from the cart,
You were.
not wanting to get out of the cart.
Were you? Are you sure you were
Yeah.
observing it?
Holding Margaret's hand.
Whoa.
Margaret and I were observing.
We're gonna milk this for like as long as possible. So.
That's fine. I mean, I hop out of the cart after seeing Dino wrench the dagger free from the guys outside, and like, Dino, if you want to make good traveling companions of these men, you have to help them. I go up to the guy. Like, just stand still for a moment. Cast Cure Wound on him.
Oh.
On his wounded side.
Feel my love.
Roll for it.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. My name's Theo, by the way.
Theo, I'm Arthur. These are my companions. I won't bother introducing every single one of them, but this little one will have his eye on you, as he has said, so don't act any way you would without rum.
Noted. Very, very noted. All right.
Name like Theo and Bucky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So you end up picking up these two, and you're on your way to your path. Anything else you guys want to do in the
Thanks for
meantime?
call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Megan's had to.
All right. So as you guys are carrying on the path, anything else you guys are wanting to do?
Elron,
Oh yes.
you might show me how to play that a little bit.
We can't
I don't
make
see
that
why
in this
not.
world.
He'll go ahead. He'll just kind of explain a time, just kind of like walking you through some basic notes and everything. He'll hand over the loot to you, just kind of like mess with it a couple times. He'll end up teaching like a quarter or two.
Yay!
I thought this character did.
I don't know anything.
So you'll learn like a quarter or two in a week. All right. Anyone else want to do anything impactful? I'm assuming you're still reading your book.
I think music is pretty impactful.
I want to.
Music is impactful. You know
What'd you
what?
say?
I'm gonna riz up Margaret.
Riz up?
Riz, yeah, he's gonna rizz her up. Sure. The Rizzard Wizard.
For anybody who doesn't know what that means, it's cool.
Thank you.
I
All right.
don't know that, so.
Oh, just passively.
Passively? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
Conversation.
stay
Okay.
hip with the young fellas.
All right. So you are
I see.
you are winning over, it seems, Margaret more than you are. There you
The Rizlo.
go.
You know what they say, right? The oldest fiddle plays the sweetest tunes.
That's right.
Okay, I am warm. Do
Yeah.
not do that.
You are literally.
It is
great.
hot in
Okay, here let me go look. It is starting to feel a little warm. Maybe I
here. Maybe
Maybe
he turned
just
it
turn
down
it
up
You
higher.
know what? It's sorry guys. I got it. Margaret.
I'm talking to Margaret, man.
Fogging up all the windows.
It's
in
all
the
hot
yard.
bothered.
Steamy.
All right, there we go. So it looks like it was set to auto, but it didn't. It wasn't set to on. I'm gonna have to figure out a place to put that that's not right there because apparently it knocks everything.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Feels a little bit cooler.
I already had too much humidity and heat at work today. I don't need any more.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
I
fair.
heard all about it when I got home.
I don't doubt it.
She heard
So Dino,
That
anything else you
smell.
want to do?
You told me in detail.
Or you're more so just trying to pay attention.
I'm just trying to pay attention, really just focus on my surroundings again. Just keep an eye on the 2 months.
Okay. All right. As you end up kind of walking through for another couple hours, somebody go ahead and roll for me.
11.
11. Okay.
11.
And as you guys end up continuing on your path down this road, you're going to end up reaching this point where you can kind of see what looks like a little bit of an offshoot. You're going to end up hearing Margaret saying, "See, roughly over there. That's where I've met them in the past."
Theo, Bucky, can you guys confirm?
I saw them roughly at this intersection. I'm assuming that's where they would have gone if they didn't keep carrying down this path. We would have run into them by now if they kept going this way.
I believe it's time for us to head.
Yeah, let's head that direction.
All right. So you guys are all heading down that direction.
The whole enchilada.
Okay. All right. As you guys are going down, you two are up front, right? All right. So I want you to go ahead and as you're heading down this path to roll investigation, and go ahead and put 4 hours in that.
Full investigation. That's a nat 20 plus 6.
Wow.
We just
So-
won D&D.
I just won these.
It's a group effort there.
So as you end up walking down this path, you're gonna immediately stop, like kind of like messing around with the loot really quick, and you're gonna notice like a little aroma hits you really fast. Is that aroma kind of like just briefly goes across your nostrils? You're gonna recognize it's the smell of what is like cooking. And then after that though, you're gonna end up seeing and kind of noticing that there is a little bit of like soot kind of coming through the air. And looking around a little bit more, you're gonna end up seeing that all the bushes in this area seem to have actually been kind of pushed off to the side. It's like there's a lot of feet that have gone down this path. And as you end up kind of pushing a little bit farther up and like kind of like glimmering around the tree, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like almost an encampment over there. It looks like one of the traveling merchants is actually in this encampment. I'll go ahead and I'll map this out for you.
Swear to God.
Oh shit.
It is. He's smirking.
Oh,
It wasn't going to be, but now it is.
Shit. So, guys, can we come up with like a little code word or something like that in case we see like bad guys? Like maybe make a
Oh,
sound.
but it's okay. I got it covered if it is. We're good. We just have to give them a gift and we're good. I got it. Don't worry.
Oh,
Just whatever. Just a nice gift. Try to like get back in the world.
You guys still have your gold on you, right?
Yes.
No.
That's not what I need to do.
Okay. Gonna give him a little smooch then at her?
Well, we found a lot of good treasures.
Okay.
Maybe we could give Dino a sword to him.
Yeah. See all the details.
I know. I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Everybody can see your stats.
What?
Everybody can see your stats.
No, you still look.
I feel so exposed. On the.
Oh no,
Looks
you.
like, yeah, you're gonna do one of these things. And we're like, you're supposed to be disadvantaged.
Right. And then because I can't find the actual, I just have to print off another caravan. But we'll say the broken one is the one that's very much operational.
Happened to the broke here.
Oh. It broke the dude. That's what happened.
All right.
Very smart.
So you end up recognizing that as the party's approaching. So you guys are going to be a little bit farther back, probably like a little bit closer to home here.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna like slow down and wait for the rest of the group to kind of catch up to us.
All right. So the rest of the group is going to be catching up. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta move all back.
All right. So where exactly do you think you'd be, Elena? So you would have actually detected all. Don't tell me everyone yet. So you would have kind of detected all this, like probably over here.
Okay.
So do you think you would have kept walking up, or you would have just kind of waited for it?
I probably would have kept walking.
A little bit more? Okay.
Yeah, to get a better view.
All right.
Probably over here.
So as you end up getting a little bit closer, I want you to roll investigation.
17 plus 6.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you're going to end up seeing that there is a full-blown fire there. There's some people just kind of walking around. Looks like it's actually mostly what you could kind of tell just to be hunters, maybe a couple people who are like traveling, and looks like they've set up camp here. And as you're kind of looking a little bit further, it looks like they're kind of making more of a permanent residence in this location.
Excuse me.
Oh, who are you?
My
What?
name's...
What do you see a couple of them just kind of like grab like their bows and their weapons, kind of like, what are you doing here?
We come in peace. We're just looking for a merchant. Have you seen one around here?
Oh yeah, we have a merchant here. What's it to you?
Honestly, I think we're just looking for a map. Do you know if he has any?
Is there anyone with you?
Yeah, we got a crew back there.
A crew?
It's mostly women and children. We were kind of rushed out of the city, and we kind of just have taken refuge together.
You're refugees then?
Yes.
Ah, oi. Hey, you there, just go greet them, check them out, make sure everything's fine. Listen, we're sending some people over to you. Don't come any further, okay?
Okay.
You end up seeing two of the members of this group. They kind of walk over to you. Oh, no, I'm going to need to patch it down. We're not letting anyone inside this site. I don't know if you Imperials or not. There's an awful lot of you. Hey, tell the rest of them to stop. Tell the rest of them to stop.
Guys, slow down.
What is happening?
There's like a little camp up here, and they want to investigate us before they let us through. You want to come up here for a minute?
We're not letting anyone with weapons, magic items, or anything like that come in here. This
The
isn't happening.
Imperials.
No, they think we are.
Listen, the Imperials like to try to play tricks. We're not about that. Any magic items, any weapons have to stay out here. Once you feel like you're good, come over here and we'll give you a pat down.
Can we eavesdrop from back here?
You can. Or you can try to approach too, so.
I want to help Margaret.
Okay.
And guide her up
Oh,
for the conversation.
Okay. Alright, you do that. Alright, so while he's doing that, it's going to take him a little bit, but.
Hurry up.
Well, we don't have to come into your camp. Can you just ask your merchant if he has any maps for sale? We're really just trying to get a lay of the land. We're trying to figure out how to go to Shadowstone.
Alright. You see one of them just kind of turn around and start walking away. He'll be back.
Okay. And I just like walk back and sit on the rock.
Okay. So you're able to walk Margaret over there. Oh, excuse me, you fine, sir. What seems to be the problem here? Mr. Arthur over here was polite enough to bring me over. What? Mom, this really isn't much of a concern to you. This is all sight. We have it under wraps for us, and we're not allowing anyone to come inside. Not even a delicate old woman like myself. Ma'am, for all we know, you could very well be a spy in the Imperials. A spy.
That's funny.
Spy in the Imperials. Do you know who I am?
Oh,
That's
that
going
card.
Karen mode. Let's get it, Margaret.
Drop it.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
You know who I am. I think I've actually seen you come by my keep before. Yes.
Little Tim.
I have seen you around quite a bit, young man, and you have the audacity to tell me that I could be an Imperial. You think the Imperials go around just masquerading as elderly women? They do many dastardly things, but they would not imitate me. I've only met a handful of them. I think it's me. Arthur here has been nothing but a gentleman. All of these folks have been nothing but nice to me, nothing but nice to each other, and they are all refugees from the city, and by the gods, you better let them inside, or so help me. I don't know what to do with myself.
I get up and I come stand behind Margaret.
Okay. All right, so you're doing your own rendition there.
He has a moment.
No, I'm just very, very happy to see this transfer.
So as that happens, you're gonna end up saying the guy's just going. All right, fine, but just leave any weapons over by this tree, please.
I shut up from the back. Make sure you pat down Arthur. I think he got something metal in his pants.
We're not patting down. Just come inside. I'm sure it's fine. Just come on. All right, so he's just gonna kind of like watch as people are walking by, just making sure they're like putting down any like obvious weapons. Does anyone want to hold on to anything or?
Hold on to my staff. Surely we would not deprive an old man from his walking stick.
Okay.
Nah.
Are you
I'm gonna leave my axe on my back.
Old man.
what's
Pulling a game off right now.
well, you have to just put your swords and daggers over here, please.
Put a dagger. And I keep walking.
I want to go up to this person. I go up to
What are we
this person
gonna do?
and like kind of like side,
We know
like
what
step to
happened
the side
last
of him.
time. We decided to
and-
put our weapons away.
Put my hand on his shoulder. Very disarming way. Friend, I appreciate the caution that you all are taking, especially with Imperials being around, especially with the Holdout City of Pike being completely conquered by the Imperials. I understand what you're doing. We're just meaning
the
to
rain sex
stop
in
by,
your Pike.
provision, trade, make a couple of friends here and there, but pat down won't be necessary. We seek no harm amongst your people. In fact, we are seeking comfort with you because we are refugees of the Holdout City of Pike. All the people that you see pass before you, all came from the city. Lost everything.
That is quite astonishing, actually. We'll just come on inside. We'll discuss it. And then you see him just kind of turn around, and he just kind of like looks back to everyone else, and just like as everyone's kind of walking in.
They're like, bro, come on, pat him down.
All right, so you guys are able to come inside.
So yeah, I guess I'll just pull the cart up like right next to the other cart.
Scooch everybody this way.
I don't know if we necessarily do that slow.
You one of those like war canes.
Yeah, true.
All right, so you guys are essentially given access to this whole camp. What do you guys want to do?
It's just one merchant here.
You see one obvious merchant vehicle and a bunch of other. You see everything that's there. So you see a couple
Yeah.
tables set up. You notice that there is a fire. It looks like it's cooking a couple things. You're able to see a bunch of miscellaneous equipment and like trinkets and odds and ends just scattered across the different tables. You're also going to see what looks like different provision barrels and buckets kind of sitting off to the side, outside of what you'd end up seeing in the cart. And the cart looks like it's kind of closed off, but it looks like there's a bunch of doors that open.
The guy with the okay.
Yep. So what do you guys want to do? We'll assume that everyone else is in the camp, so you guys can just move yourselves around.
I mean,
I'm guessing
Just
Yelena and I
kinda
would
looking
be
around.
I was
towards
gonna
the merchant guy.
Yeah, I was gonna go towards the merchant guy.
Yeah.
Show us your map.
No.
Take me to your leader.
No.
I want to stealth it.
No, were you asking?
Yeah, no, I was asking. I just to remember because I know I looked through the documents. I just want to.
We still have those guns, but
They're really gloves. I don't know why they call them guns.
wrist wraps, you know.
They're like Michael Jackson gloves, like.
You would, after kind of messing with them a little more, you realize why they're called gauntlets, because while they are made of a cloth, they have a very metal-like, the metal's like ingrained into the fiber, so it has like a very strong, strong feel to it.
Run like the wind, you fools.
Why?
Cower, you fools. Alright,
yeah.
so you're walking up to the merchant. Who else is walking up to the merchant?
Yeah.
You two. Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
What was your map?
What's it now meaning to you? What can I do for you, lovely fellas?
We are in search of a map that would give us the best layout of routes to Shadowstone. Would you happen to have something like that?
I'll check. What do you have to trade? I mean, given everything that's happening right now, I'm not sure too much of the freelance currency is going to be much worth of anything.
I mean, I have just gold, but
You want a weapon?
I could go for weapon, but this is all based on the fact that I actually have this. Let me check.
Okay.
You see, when we were going down, you see him kind of like open up his caravan to kind of his cars. He kind of starts going in there. She's just gonna be talking to everyone outside. You see, it's actually quite amazing. As we were coming down this path, we noticed the Imperials kind of surrounding and blocking things off, and well, unfortunately, we managed to make it inside right before everything went down, and the rest of the caravan didn't end up making it through. I don't believe, but let's see. Is this kind of map what you're looking for, or?
No, we already have that one.
Ah, shit.
yeah, I'm kind of looking for more of a local map.
Yes, well, you see him kind of start running through more stuff. But anyways, we ended up getting separated, and when we ended up setting up camp roughly over here, ran into a couple of hunters, and well, quite frankly, we haven't really been sure what to do with ourselves since we made it out here. No, I'm not seeing anything. So I don't have it, but I know you can get one.
Where would that be? On the other side of the checkpoint.
One small favor. Here we go again.
If it's any consolation, I know that they abandoned the cot. It's on the other side of the checkpoint. So there's that.
What do you know of this checkpoint in terms of how many Imperials are manning it? What they're asking for? Anything you can tell us about it for people that want refugees who want to pass through?
Okay, I'll give you this information. But I would like it if you do end up in pursuit of this. You managed to grab my chest. It has my gold. Spent a little too much time. You just
Fine.
gotta get it out somehow, right?
Margaret's not enough.
Oh.
But no, not my chest. There was a chest that's inside the other of the caravan. That's where I hold all my earnings. And unfortunately, the rest of the caravan didn't make it through. If you're able to get over there, I very much doubt the Imperials would have been able to find it, assuming they even ransacked the thing. It's tucked away underneath one of the floorboards. It's a little compartment right over there next to the wheels. Now, if you're able to get that for me, that'd be fantastic. And this is why I'm telling this to you, because literally all the gold and earnings I have are inside of that. The rest of it's just going to be all these trinkets and anything else that was most likely pillaged and taken away by the Imperials as they kind of blocked us in here. So, I do remember roughly how many people were over there. It was roughly 15.
In how fortified they are, weaponry and everything.
I didn't cross through the checkpoint when it was there, but when I ended up turning around to see where the rest of the caravan was, I did catch a glimpse that it seemed like they were setting up more so tents. They had a couple other things. Basically, they were trying to control the bridge, which is where we end up crossing. So there's a couple bridges. I think it'd be safe to assume the Imperials are going to control most bridges in this area, but
Which direction?
from where we are right now?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to head back out this way. You're basically saying so you're going to go east back out towards the road that you came from, and then it's going to be probably another like 3 or 4 miles.
Why did they let you through?
Oh, they didn't let me through. I managed to get through here roughly a day ago. Well, at this point, a day. I mean, technically speaking, it would have been because right now, like time-wise in the day, you're probably looking a little bit past like 3 to 4-ish. You guys got off pretty early in the morning, spent some time out there. And I'm doing this. Actually, no, not 3 or 4-ish. So it was noon, roughly. So right now, we're looking at around like 6-ish. So probably sundown's gonna be coming around soon. But I ended up getting through here very, very early in the morning.
How do you know about the checkpoint then?
Because when I made it through the physical checkpoint, before it was physically established, basically the bridge. When I crossed the bridge, I ended up going down the road, and I recognized that the rest of the caravan wasn't behind me. Then I saw that they literally got cut off by the Imperials, and the Imperials just overtook the entire bridge, and instead of going and greeting my friends and be like, please, come on through, and potentially getting caught up in that myself, I just stayed. And then we set up camp over here, and well, we spent the rest of the day, and some of these actually, and you end up seeing them point to some people over by the campfire, they've actually been here now for, I would argue, probably about 2 days is what they said. You'd have to go talk to them themselves, but when they end up seeing the Imperials start storming the area, they figured best if they stay away from any major cities.
How fortified do you guys feel?
Well, we set up a couple of these barricades with some miscellaneous supplies, and we have a good amount of trees, and we're off the beaten path to say the least, but
You find it likely that you would be found here by Imperial patrols?
if the Imperial patrols are coming through this area, then I'd say that there's a chance. But they haven't come through yet. And if you talk to them over there, those hunters, they said they actually saw the Imperial presence roughly a day and a half before now.
He's talking about somebody who's already in the camp.
Yeah, he's pointing to people over by the fire.
If we do this, we really would probably need to leave the civilians that came with us here with you.
Well, that would be absolutely fantastic. And just know, anything as part of that, the remainder of the caravan, feel free to take yourselves. I had potions and scrolls and other knickknacks in there. Anything that the Imperials didn't take and burn or whatever it is they do, feel free to take for yourself.
So how do you know that there's a map in there?
Well, because that's where all my scrolls are.
Yeah, but if you think that they went ahead and ransacked it, what's the point of us even trying to get over there?
Underneath the floorboards, no?
That's obviously part of it, but I will say there is a chance. And if that is the case, and you plan on potentially...
It's possible they haven't seen the
And it's possible they haven't gone through it. And another possibility is that they have the scrolls and everything in their possession. I mean, I would imagine the Imperials very much like the means of magic, while us free folk don't particularly adhere to it as much as the Imperials do. I'm assuming they probably want to hold onto the scrolls and maps of the region as much as anyone else would.
What do you have in your possession now? Or is
Well, I have some miscellaneous weaponry in here. I have some old hunting armor. You see him kind of like dangle this out. Let's see. Waxes. I have some jewels, some fine jewelry.
Any spell components?
I have some. Yes. I normally don't keep a lot of them in here. These are going to be more so things that are also like dinner supplies and things like that for general seasoning. But I have some like lavenders and such.
Nothing more of the diamond dust variety?
Diamond dust is high quad. It's very hard to apply. So while all this is happening, what are you guys doing?
I haven't how well it looks like.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I'd like to climb up the nearest tree, the tallest tree. I'd like to try to see if I can see anything.
Okay. Yeah. So the trees in this area are actually really tall. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You'll find one that's obviously a lot taller than you. So you're just gonna kind of crawl up to the top and see what exactly you see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to look in the direction that he pointed.
Okay. So as you end up climbing up to that tree, I want you to go ahead and roll investigation.
16 plus 4, 20.
Okay. So from the tallest point of this tree, it looks like the canopies kind of cover most of everything, but you do see an area that looks like it kind of eases up, and you see a little bit of a separation. From what you can tell, it looks like there's probably a giant stone over there, and that might be roughly where he's talking about. I want you to go ahead and roll nature for me.
7 plus 4, 11.
Okay. As you're actually kind of paying attention to what looks like the birds moving around and where they're kind of landing, you're able to kind of piece together that it looks like the birds are hanging out by kind of following the stream. It looks like it probably is a stream, just kind of the way the bird patterns are and everything. It feels like that's probably what they're describing. Probably actually correct.
Okay. Am I able to identify what the stone is, or is it just a big fucking stone?
You can tell that there is a big fucking stone.
Okay.
And it's a pretty defined landmark that you'll be able to kind of use as a point of reference later. You feel like.
Okay. I'd like to climb back down, and then, I'd like to relay the information back to the party whenever they're free.
Yeah, feel free. I mean, you can do that all in character, so just, they're talking to him right now.
Hey guys, I just climbed up to the top of the tree, and I looked in the direction that he was pointing to us, and I see two things.
Hey!
I see a really big stone, and then I see birds flying towards a river or something along those lines. My good sir, Mr. Merchant, do you recognize a big stone to the east?
Yeah, of course. That's the main primary marker of the bridge. If you're able to see that, then you know where you're heading.
Okay. What about the river? Is there a river or a stream or something along?
Oh yes, that's where the bridge is.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
What were you guys mumbling about over there?
I think it's best if we have a meeting.
Yeah, it was probably let's go talk to these other hunters because they have a little bit more information.
What if we?
Well,
I think so too.
the merchant said that these hunters have information
Come on,
about.
let's go. And then I start walking back that way, like around, away from the group.
You're gonna notice that most of the women and children and even Marge are just kind of going over there and basically just kind of interacting with some of the hunters and just socializing, trying to
All right.
forget.
Well, Elena's being stubborn. Let's go. Fine. We'll talk first, and then we can.
And I moseyed my way back to the caravan.
Team meeting.
So,
we're kind of
team
like
huddle.
out. Away
so we're leaving the women and children here, right?
from. Oh yes, if we.
Yes.
I've already talked to the merchant.
Okay,
If
good.
if we go to do this task, they're going to stay here.
Okay. What about the supplies? We leave them.
Well,
leave it here with them.
before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Oh.
Tina, do you want to?
We honestly don't need to fetch. We honestly just gonna be doing this for fun. And for trinkets that may or may not be there, risking our lives. I say we want in on what's in that chest as well. It's only fair. Risking our lives, 15 guards, 5 of us. I say that at least counts for half of what's in that chest.
Well, it could be possible they've already ransacked it if you're
Could
picking
also
up
be
what I'm putting down.
But
Exactly
wait a
what
minute.
we talked
Also, what if he's just doing this to try to give us to the Imperials? What if he knows that they're...
Exactly.
What do you suggest we do?
What we were thinking. Sundown, I mean, it's the checkpoint's a few miles away. Sundown's in a few hours. Wait till it's dark. Out here, we take ourselves and our 2 new hunter friends who are skilled with bows. We can make our way through the checkpoint, if you catch my meaning.
This is just me thinking outside the box. How skillful are these hunters going to be at night?
I mean,
Enough if we light
the
them up.
hunters should be good to do nocturnal hunting. I mean, we will take
If they can hit a rabbit with an arrow, I believe they can hit a full man.
Dino hit him with a dagger. They didn't even try to dodge it.
Honestly.
They were on a branch. How were they supposed to
Tina's
dodge it?
pretty quick with throwing things.
Dodge.
Worst case scenario.
Regardless, the problem we have is we are going to have to go through that checkpoint one way or another. Otherwise, we'll be having to ford over a river with supplies and people.
Well,
If we don't want to bring the people, then it'll just be us. This still could be nightmare because I've never seen this river. I don't know how deep it is, how strong it is. Regardless, we're going to have to cross that bridge if we want to go to Shadowstone. We're going to have to go through that checkpoint regardless eventually. That is probably going to have to happen.
Are you sure you can part with your dearly beloved Margaret?
As much as it pains me,
Okay.
it'd be easier.
I'm fine with doing it at night. I mean, it gives us a
Let's take it to a vote.
advantage of surprise, but I don't see so well.
I don't find a way for us to persuade ourselves through the checkpoint. If
I
they
agree.
if they were basically stopping any sort of traffic and pilfering whatever goods they had, I don't trust that they just let us through. Just
Especially,
because we're refugees.
Especially arms.
All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
But
All right. The ayes have it.
Sometime.
Arthur, you are adept in magical items. for
Excellent.
example. Could you take a look at this ring for me?
Sure.
And I'm gonna give him the smoky skull ring thing.
Do you want me to do this now or later?
I mean, we have some time.
A couple
now.
hours before sundown.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 4 first level spells, I have about 1 left. But I cannot just.
Would say we
I'd
take.
like to save it for this evening.
Would say we take a couple of short rests.
If you'd like, I could do this tomorrow. The long rest.
It's just up to you. If you
I'll definitely take a look at it just later on.
It's fine.
I pull out my bottle of elixir and I pour it into my cup and I start.
If you want me to do it now, I can.
I've just
If you think it'll help, I can.
I'm just kind of curious of what it is. It's really up to you. It's, I don't want to wear you out before we have to.
We'll wait till tomorrow.
That's fine.
We'll go back
Alright.
into that camp.
Yep. So what do you guys want to do? You're heading back into the camp.
Short rest? So you can get some spell slots back.
I am not a wizard, so I won't get those spell slots.
Yay!
Oh, hey, thanks! Thank you for the follow!
So, my dear,
Ooh. Yeah? He's running, yeah.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do in the camp, or you guys just want to take a short rest?
I don't think. Do you think there's any more info we can get out of the people, or
I
do you
mean,
think
possibly
we're
the
good?
hunters. We could talk to the hunters just to. The merchant said that it's possible they have information about the people that are there. We have time, so I say it's worth it.
I say we can talk to the hunters. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll, whether they follow me or not, I'm gonna walk over to the hunters that the merchant was talking about. Are they?
I'll follow suit.
Do they seem like they're not busy or anything?
It looks like right now one of them's kind of skinning a rabbit, and the other one's just kind of hanging out talking to him.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Could I have a moment of your time?
Oh, what do you need?
The merchant said that you possibly might have some information about the checkpoint.
I've gone and seen the checkpoint a bit. What?
Would you be able to possibly give me information about how many guards there are?
Well, yes, I suppose I could do that too. But basically, when I went through the first time, I ended up saying that what exactly do you want to know this, anyways?
We are possibly trying to be able to get to the other side of the checkpoint to find some, find a carriage that has a lot of possibly supplies in it. It could benefit us and all of your group.
I'm not the best with words. Just if you have a scroll of paper, I could jot.
Elena, do you still have paper?
Yeah, why?
This gentleman needs to give us some information. If you could let him use some.
Okay, I pull out my little notebook.
Okay. And then you're gonna end up.
Parchment and inkwell.
He's just gonna go ahead and draw this out for you. All right. What else you guys want to do?
I'm gonna head over to the fire and try to get something to eat.
Yeah, me too. I've got a potato in my sack. I'm gonna roast that a little bit. Hell yeah.
Roast a hard potato.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna actually walk out of the camp and
Do goblin stuff.
do this. Gonna head over here for
Okay, I put my potato on the fire, and I'd like to go peer at the merchant's wares.
So you're gonna end up getting something that looks like this, and he's basically gonna tell you that this is something based off of roughly 5 hours ago. It's not sure if it's going to change.
And these are the guards, possibly, or what are these marks?
Preferably with Solomon.
And what is this? Just barricades, or are those also guards?
Since it's spikes, they're sticking out.
Okay. Look a little. Did you happen to possibly get a look of the area around the checkpoint? Is there a way around it safely that you would know?
I've been hunting these grounds for some time. The bridge is the only real way across this. It's pretty rapid river.
Okay. Is there anything else that you could think of that would be helpful to me when it comes to this checkpoint?
It's not the brightest one. Good hunters.
And what about your friend here? Would he be able to give me other information?
I have a little bit, I guess I could give you, but I mean, outside of that, the only real thing I could probably mention is I remember there being a tree that was kind of almost reaching over to the other side. I wouldn't feel comfortable enough to jump it myself, but it was pretty far off on the south side. If you were to be looking at this and go off over here, and then that's kind of what he does. By the way, give me that map real quick. I'll put it on there, and
Yeah, I was gonna say if you, I was gonna draw it, but I wasn't sure the direction.
yeah.
You don't feel comfortable because the tree is weak, or it's just a long jump.
Oh, it's a long jump. It's not something I would ever consider doing myself. It's way too much.
Did you
Keep in mind, I'm not the most athletic, so maybe somebody else would feel better with it.
Did either of you happen to see how, as far as weaponry, do they have any big weapons there, or are they just carrying sidearms?
Oh, I don't understand what you mean by sidearms.
It's like daggers, swords.
Mostly long swords, and some of them crossbows.
So no kind of magic users or anything it look like?
Not that I seen last time I went through there. It's hunting rabbits.
And you said this was as of how long ago that this was about what you've seen?
Probably noon, 5, 6.
So today. Okay. All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. And then I'll just, I guess I'll kind of just wave everybody back out of the camp.
Okay.
What we got?
So this is a rough estimate of what they kind of have fortified and set up over there. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards. One of the hunters said that the river is pretty rapid. It's kind of hard to get through. It's probably not a good option to try to go around. The only other thing is one of them said that there is a big tree that kind of hangs over the river. But he said if you climb it, it's a pretty large jump to try to get to the other side. So that's kind of our options. It looked like they had mostly long swords and crossbows. So if we can kind of get in close and deal with them as quickly as possible, that would be ideal.
Standard Imperial issue, it sounds.
Yes. And I did ask, because I know people have been talking about the Imperials like to use a lot of magic more than the free people, but he said it sounded like mostly it looked like just weapons. But obviously magic's not always something you can just see.
We'll have to keep our eye out if we see any spellcasters of any sorts. I don't know if they have any sort of counter spell ability. I use R2. You seem like kind of the trickster or offensive spell kind of person.
Depends on your definition of offensive.
Well, I think we can satisfy all definitions of that.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we'll need.
Morally offensive or
Ethically offensive.
Excuse me. I heard you, well, mostly two of you talking earlier, and that you mentioned something about needing to cross the bridge.
That's
It's needed at some point, which I mean, I know of another way if that's something you're interested in.
what might that be?
There is a cave. It's not too far travel from here, but it essentially goes deep into the ground and takes you out on the other side. It actually takes us more due west. If that's something you're interested in.
Just playing devil's advocate here for just a moment, my good sir. What's in that cave? Something scary, bitey, perhaps?
I don't know. But what I do know is that there are bandits that normally run the caves. It's a fine tunnel. It's pathing. It's normally used for smugglers. Not saying I'm a smuggler myself,
Mm-hmm.
But that's normally what it'd be used for.
Hmm.
It's pretty simple cave, though. I mean,
If by simple you mean it's a
it's not easy to get lost in.
oh, by no means, no. Just bandits. Occasionally, even. Most of the time, they pay no mind to smugglers. They just take their fee and let them pass through. But, sorry, I heard you.
And
Discussing this earlier.
what might this fee be?
Well, I'm not a smuggler myself.
Well,
What?
you are mentioning the fee as if you know what this is, or you've
Rumors.
experienced it.
Just rumors.
Listen, here's the deal. We are all survivors from this siege. At this point, you are not a threat to me. I have no reason to turn you into anybody. So,
Speak plainly, is what he said.
I toss him a gold coin.
Thank you. Well, the fee kind of depends. So the bandits who are in control right now are the Arcleys, and they've been running this for quite some time. Normally, you're looking at around 500 gold.
500 is to them.
Yeah, what level are these
Face,
bandits?
What level are these bandits?
Alright, metagame.
On a scale
Scale
of
of
1 to 20.
that's not how it works for you.
I understand what you mean.
How many of them are there, would you say?
From my experience, what I've seen, you're looking anywhere from maybe like 10. But to be fair, the regime that's in right now, these bandits, they're mostly just a bunch of bugbears run by one man.
Hmm.
What was the group called?
Arcleys?
What's a bugbear?
Oh,
Big burly boys. Big fuzzy goblins.
That's
Hell
crazy.
yeah.
Some guns.
Yeah. They could do a while.
Okay, so we're paying the fee, is what I'm hearing.
I think it's probably better to stick with the Imperials at this point.
Rather make the enemy of the Imperials, who want to make the enemy of us, bandits.
What the hell?
I guess it is one thing worth
Doesn't Margaret
noting
have a cure for those bad boys?
is the bandits aren't fans of the Imperials as well. Just something to note. Anyways,
Well, we will take that information into consideration. So thank you.
I'm looking forward to getting out of here. So, thank you. Thank you.
Hmm. I could
Well,
realistically jump the tree,
he
just
just
using my
kinda
tentacles, swinging like Tarzan. I mean, swinging like an ape man, or a bugbear in this case.
Well, that's good.
Here's the deal. If we do that, then we still have to try to get the chest and other things back.
I
So
thought-
we would regardless have to go back through the checkpoint.
Why don't we just go towards the cave, since the cave is going west, and we want to go west. Forget about the map, because he can just climb all the trees and tell us where to go.
Yes, but he's not really familiar with where we need to go. That's the problem.
We can just ask people along the way. Like,
What if the path ends? What if it goes up to a mountain and that's it?
We do need some guidance through these woods back to Shadowstone. I'm not from this area, or
I think
None
the
of us
knowledge we
are.
obtained from this stranger that just approached us was that we could.
You
walk-
would know he's one of the members of one of the refugees.
Oh, okay.
So, to my understanding, there's 3 paths ahead of us. 1, we go, we fight the Imperials at the bridge. 2, we get a little wet, we jump across the tree, and we go back.
Well,
And
the tree's the one that's hanging over the bridge.
it's not hanging over the bridge. It's hanging over the river, like down the river,
Oh,
down the river from
down
the
the
bridge.
river.
So,
Okay.
so it's a way around.
Or is
but,
it that thing?
Yeah, it's this thing. It's
Okay.
basically
But it's
Well, it's just because he wanted to draw it on the paper. It's
okay.
farther away.
or 3, we go and we pay the smuggler's fees.
No, the way I see it, if we go and take care of the Imperials, it does 2 things. 1, it gives us safe passage for the time being, and 2, it opens it up for other people to leave the area.
That's a good point. The Imperials, which they will eventually find if we we do waylay the Imperials at the checkpoint. They'll probably come down hard on these folk here at the camp if they're still here. So,
You're speaking in a lover's tone. You're concerned about Margaret, aren't you?
I'm concerned for all these people, especially Mark. What I heard from our more scoundrel refugee friend is that we could possibly even maybe entice the bandits, the Arcleys, to maybe join us on waylaying the Imperials. Maybe we can say, oh look, there's all the gold you wanted, right? And then we get their help. Can make it easier for us to attack them, but honestly, personally, I don't doubt that we can handle 15.
Well, according to what he has, it's not exactly.
Even easier.
Here's the thing, though. You're saying that we shouldn't take all the Imperials and kill them because by the time they find out that somebody took out one of their patrols, they might come and waylay some of these people.
They might come.
If we get the bandits to go and lay waste, there we go,
Way laced.
on them, it's still doing that same thing. It still has the possible outcome of them coming down here and searching.
Regardless,
the woods.
I think
Maybe we
when
just
we go through the checkpoints, we have to promise, we have to instruct these folk, this whole encampment, that gotta kind of be on our tail, be ready to cross.
Well, I still don't think that they need to come with us.
I mean, it'd be their choice of that.
Let's take it to a vote.
Several options.
3 distinct.
Just cave, bridge,
Tree.
or bridge plus cave allyship.
Oh,
Here's the deal.
I don't see the tree working.
I
the way we want
think
it.
the tree is not good. If we could get across it, that's fine, but we still have to come back, and it's not viable to come back.
we've got to come back.
We don't have to, but
We're
if we
trying to
wanted
make
to
it
clear
defensive.
the way forward for anybody else wanting to be out of Imperial control, Imperial oppression, under the thumb of them, that's what this is charged to check. In a manner of speaking.
I choose cave. And I pull out my book and I sit down and I start reading.
Imperials. So, make an attack on the smugglers in the cave. You feign to be. Have the bandits attack the Imperials. Swoop in, protected. Yeah. Have our enemies fight each other. And while is all out about fighting. So what's in the cave? And we go to the encampment. And they hit a battle. Now we might be able to pick some of them off.
It'd be difficult to convince two groups of people.
How hard can it be to convince a bunch of raiders? You just go as simple as
Well, here's my. If we think about it from this perspective. If we take on the Imperials ourselves, more loot for us. If we clue in another group, we realistically have to split it unless we want to kill them too. And why make two enemies when we can only realistically making one is suffice. It'd be great if we could walk out of here unscathed without having to do anything, but that probably won't happen. It's real dangerous, man. I don't want to swim. I don't want to jump off a tree. I don't climb trees. That's what I'm saying.
regardless. I just think regardless. They're going just fighting the Imperials.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go fight the Imperials.
Echo comes up from the book.
Yep. I'm convinced.
At least we know what is in that tree. Dave.
We can never trust the bandit anyways. Regardless if we make a deal with them, who knows if they're going.
There could be traps, the cave could be blocked, any number of things.
Probably just going to the checkpoints the easiest way to go. And once we come back, we're already heading to Shadowstone anyways. If these other people decide they need to leave, they can, they're more than welcome to follow us along.
That's the best we can do. So we have a good layout of what the Imperial checkpoint looks like. Go after sundown, maybe well after sundown. Catch them off. Some off time. Scope it out, find some high ground, and then we can.
Say we definitely go after sundown, but I don't know if their patrol is going to change. They could possibly add more people throughout the night, so we want to sort of go as soon as possible.
But all throughout the day.
Exactly.
Only
So
one way to find out.
they say we do use the adventures of the dark, but when we do that, somebody's going to have to probably guide me for the
More than likely, they're going to be the ones with the torches. They're going to be the ones lighting themselves up. They're going to be the ones who are going to be blinding themselves to the darkness around them. Because of the fact
Very good
they
point.
also probably can't see in the dark.
Dino and I can see in the dark fairly well.
Myself and Edard won't be able to. However, if we're shooting or fighting somebody who's well lit,
It feels like a plan.
It's settled. To the Imperial Gate, or to the Imperial checkpoint at the bridge.
Not yet. We're going to wait.
have a wee and maybe a bite.
Everybody get some rest.
Have
And,
a thorough goodbye with Margaret.
Oh yeah. Maybe the last time we guys
Have
ever
a
see
wee.
one another.
Alright. Sounds like a plan.
Give Margaret a good shagging.
Oh, oh, you got like some dust off that.
You want to roll by that or?
Time to get
Yes,
the
everyone
shagging
out.
wagon.
Everyone out.
Sweet Arthur.
All right. Okay, so you guys are just kind of waiting around. Anything anyone else wants to do? So I'm assuming you're still reading your book.
I
want to go off to the side over here. I want to inspect your sword that I have. See if it's been having external effects on it.
Sure. So as you're kind of like expecting the sword and everything, the sword seems like it's still kind of in that similar state where you're able to obviously let go of it, but like as you're kind of like feeling yourself and everything, you're not really noticing something distinct, but you do kind of feel awkward the second that like you kind of like put the sword like away. As long as you're kind of like next to it, like you always feel like kind of at home, but the second you start kind of like easing it off and somewhere else, it's just like it feels off.
Okay. There's just no noticeable like marks.
No, that's the only thing you're really able to notice.
Okay.
That kind of weird sensation.
Okay. I just want to do a quick pat on myself. And I'm just gonna head back over here.
Since they wouldn't pat me down, I'll have to pat down myself.
Just kind of just.
Sir, this is your third time through.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You have a flight.
I go back, pick up my dagger, and come back.
Okay. Cool.
Just gonna
Alright.
chill at that stuff.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Oh, go ahead.
I have a request.
What?
Since we're getting a short rest in, correct?
With the
Yes.
phone rest.
We're doing a short rest, I suppose. What do you want to do?
You can't change your spells after a short rest.
When do I learn testicular torsion?
That's gonna be a while.
I can teach you real quick.
But
I'm a
you,
barbarian. Yeah, right.
but you do see that the spell that you're kind of like reading and learning.
Twist
from
of
the
fate.
book- No.
Oh, damn.
But the spell itself is cause fear. That's what
Okay.
that's the spell you're reading on there, I think. So.
Wish I could heat metal. Let's see how much that. If I can do a bunch of people. It's only one.
I think I'm gonna just sit down and look inwards.
Sure. Do your thing. What do you want? What do you want to try to
And
discuss?
I just want to. Are you guys there?
Yes.
What?
What is it?
Listen, clearly we're in a situation where we're sort of stuck with each other and we're kind of making it work. So it's probably easier to make this relationship better if I know you guys a little more. What can I call you? Or do you even have a name?
We don't have names. We're us, the collective.
That's very charming. Is there something you would like to be called?
The hive.
Alright. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Thank you for this conversation.
It was really impactful.
Moving mountains over there, Red Art.
Inspiration.
All right. So, anyone else want to do anything?
I'm just sitting by the fire.
I guess I'll just look through the documents I have and I chuckle about Jeremy.
What's so funny?
Well, apparently in the War Council's little checklist, they had things that they wanted to do, and at one point it says send supplies to market and propose more ravens from local merchants for training. And then there's a little side note that says place Jeremy outside the keep watch. No more f-ups. He bought pigeons.
He bought pigeons?
He bought pigeons.
He
instead of
bought
ravens.
pigeons instead of ravens.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Did you just talk about Jeremy?
Yes, I did something about Jeremy.
Motherfucker.
Well, he's dead now, so it's fine.
Allegedly.
Rip Jeremy.
Allegedly.
Actually, Dino, I did also see something on that same piece of parchment.
Destroy temple. What?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here. They also knew about the Thieves Guild in the sewers,
Extensive check.
so they weren't doing so well at being secretive as they thought. Oh yeah, there's a thing on here that says that they did it. It says pay bounty for information on cursed Crimson Blade. That wouldn't happen to be the blade that you have. Possibly.
I mean, it could not be.
So the word cursed kind of it's a little off-putting.
I mean, you're a little off-putting yourself, Mike.
I mean that's fine. I understand that. I
Yes.
understand that this is a problem, but I'm just trying to get all of our problems in check.
What's this bounty say?
It just says that they got information on the cursed Crimson Blade. I'm actually asking you right now. Please be honest about it. Do you feel fine with that blade?
Fine.
And you would tell us if there was a problem.
Fine. You guys know there's a problem with the blade.
But what about with you? Well, you just making sure because you said that you'd let us know if there was a problem with the
There's a
blade.
problem.
Alright, that's fine with me as long as we can keep it in check. Everybody has problems, I understand that. So I'm fine with it.
All right, Arthur, you want to do anything during this little time period? Or are they trying to shack
want to
up?
share a nice meal with Mark.
Okay, you share a
Share.
delectable
I
rabbit
like to
stew.
eat out
At
with
candlelight.
Margaret.
There you go. All right, so as you guys end up kind of waiting the rest of the time, you recognize that the sun's about to fully go down. What do you guys want to do?
I think actually thinking about what we talked about, I want to try to get the gauntlets out of my bag and propose why don't you try putting these on?
No.
Why not?
No.
The paper said that it stops somebody from being cursed.
It does not say that it stops someone from being cursed. It says that it can be worn by someone who is not
I mean, it's worth a try, huh?
cursed. I don't know what will happen to our little friend who puts those on.
Well, I say it's up to him. I feel like it's probably not a good idea for me to use them. So does anybody else want them?
Best person might be.
When they using gloves,
What is it supposed to do? I
basically it makes it where you can't get cursed, according to the placard that we have
that's it?
talking about it.
Technically speaking, they also make your punches magic. I mean, if like technically speaking, like if you punch somebody in the face, it's a magic attack because the
These
gauntlets.
fists are magical.
Yeah, I think it just came.
Like, so you can straight up like bitch slap a demon if you wanted to, and like
Full
like
damage.
full damage. Oh!
The placard says that in the confines of this captivating. Oh wait, wrong one.
Which one was that one?
Something we don't have. You are more than welcome to read it later. It might be one of the ones that I just dropped on the floor.
He keeps coming up to me.
Oh, there it is. They are called the Guardian's Veil. It is gleaming in white and gold. These little blemish gloves possess an eternal brilliance. They provide unwavering protection against curses, shielding the wearer from their malevolent effects. However, they can only be worn by those untouched by curses, evading the grasp of darkness. The Guardian's Veil stands as a beacon of defense.
But it doesn't say what would happen if I was cursed.
No, it does not. Do you feel like you were cursed?
No, but I'm worried.
I mean, if you don't think you're cursed, just put them on. I'm trying to bone up here a little bit. That's why I'm getting these things out.
All right, I'll put them on.
Okay. So as you end up sliding them on your hands, you're going to end up feeling kind of a weird tingling sensation. It's going to feel very, very cool. Very cool. And like it's going to feel like kind of like a little bit of chill across your hands. And then it feels like now the gloves are almost like begin to kind of form to your hands.
These feel nice.
Well, they definitely are sparkly.
Like that's a bad thing.
But, well, I mean, we are trying to be discreet.
Well, maybe we're not.
As you end up getting the other one on, you're going to end up kind of feeling like they are fitting, but they're not fully fitting. And you're going to feel like this kind of like this tingling start going across, but then it just kind of stops around your elbow and it kind of comes back down to the gloves. It feels like it's not the perfect fit right now, but you felt like something was trying to kind of like crawl up your arm and then just kind of
So does that mean I need to be like attuned to it?
roll Arcana.
Not gonna happen.
That's a 4.
Not one.
It's hard. It's hard for you. It's hard for you to really make it out, but maybe
You know about magical items, right?
I do.
This hand feels good, but then this hand it was like tingling, and then it went to my elbow, and then it went back up to my hand. What does that mean?
It
Well-
means you're cursed.
No. I believe if she was cursed, something much more terrible and obvious might have happened. I think you just need some time to get used to.
Possibility. The person who owned the gauntlets beforehand, maybe they just have 2 left hands.
Or one hand's bigger than the other.
Just thinking outside the box.
Okay, I guess.
You guys ready to blow the popsicle stand or what?
Yes, let's grab our 2 hunter friends, Theo and Bucky. Could use their marksman skills.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Especially if the Imperials
Sounds like a
took
plan.
their friend.
Or use them as bait?
It's called Guardian's Veil.
I have an
I don't
idea.
know,
of
yeah.
that. For the opportunities.
Were
Is
the
that-
gloves a real thing, or
You've
is it
changed,
a...
Dean.
I do a lot of custom items. So. I'll send you. So
One
just
day.
you can make the item right now. I'll send you a stat block for it later.
Okay.
Guardian's Veil.
Would it be armor? Or...
I didn't hear what you said.
Weapon?
We can deal with it after.
We'll do
Just,
it later.
just put the names, that way you have it in your.
Yeah, just so you don't forget about
You
it.
can always add stats and stuff.
Okay. So anything you guys want to do before you leave the camp? So you manage to rally up the hunters, and hunters are with
I think we don't need anybody else.
Full send?
The only thing I'd like to do, perhaps, opposed to do that, once we return, they should be packed up and ready to go.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And since the merchant doesn't have a lot of stuff because he lost some of his things, we could probably maybe have him pack up some things in his carriage. Along with the carriage we have now, but... Arthur, you seem good with these people, why don't you kill them?
Oh, I mean, if I have to. Suppose I will. I go walk over by the fire. Just kind of clear my throat. Yeah. Everyone! If I can get your attention, please. Hear me. Our group and I are about to depart on a dangerous mission. By dangerous, I mean pretty easy. Don't worry about it.
Well, some of you may die.
That is a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
We are going to make a way through the checkpoint. For those of you who are of dull mind, it means we're going to kill the Imperials at the checkpoint.
Go get him, Arthur!
We will do that. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for all of you. Because none of us want to be here in these forsaken woods if they're crawling with Imperials. If all they mean to do is take our things, bother us.
Fuck the Imperials, Arthur!
Fuck the Imperials.
I love you, random citizen.
I love you, random citizen.
That's what he's giving me vibes of.
We will do the heavy lifting in a proverbial sense.
The what?
He took their beer to the bathroom. There's an empty bottle.
It was me. I tried to go under the table. Couldn't work.
I missed. I got embarrassed.
It's a bathroom beer. You don't have bathroom beer?
Shower
No, I
beer.
don't. I don't. I
Shower
already
beer.
have beers.
Yeah, I mean, the showers, they all have this nice little, like, area. I mean, it's so weird they have these little grooves in it, but it's, like, obviously designed for your beer. So.
Oh yeah.
No shampoo bomb.
Carry on.
Continue your speech.
Yes.
My rousing speech. We're going through the Imperials. We are going to do the proverbial heavy lifting, but you will have to do the actual heavy lifting with your own supplies. We will be leaving, and we will be back. When we do return, you must be packed and ready to go, for it will be dangerous for you to remain here.
Can I just say that Elrond just starts like slowly strumming like a inspirational tune behind your speech?
Roll performance.
Me?
Yeah.
Like I feel like this is like a pastor and he
He rolled a nat 1. He's feeling very moved by anything right now.
Still need to roll.
21.
You now have background music.
Crime and punishment. Punishment and crime. The hall monitor. Please pack your belongings and be ready to move within the hour.
Go fuck him up, Arthur!
Toad?
Was that Margaret?
She's a little hoarse after earlier.
Baby girl, I'll do it just for you. A ray of sunshine.
All right. So as you're kind of like walking on the platform, you're going to end up seeing the Duluth starts like kind of picking up a little more music, and you start walking away from the team, walking away towards your team. You're going to end up hearing everyone kind of rallying behind, even the people who weren't originally a part of the refugee group were kind of just at this encampment.
It's in slow motion. As you're walking around. You just throw a fist of
Don't you?
Please don't.
All right, so you guys are walking off. How exactly do you want to be walking? Are you guys trying to walk in a group? Are you guys walking through the woods? Are you guys trying to follow the road?
Like a little bit of swagger.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
I would expect swagger after that speech. But are you guys wanting to stay on the main path? You want to stay off the path? You want to stay left, right? Where are you guys trying to go?
I'd say for the most part, pretty safe being on the path. So after we get close to the checkpoint, then we can kind of.
Somebody
Go
with
off
night
if
vision
we
in the
need to.
front. Somebody in night vision. In
Oh
the back.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be in the middle.
In the back.
Somebody can guide me.
I'll be second in line.
Ambush, ambush, ambush.
Alright. So let's go ahead and have you guys lay out your marching order.
Tina, you know what to do.
Yeah, by the way, some of those documents that we snatched, a little bit
Gone.
Of
They're
a
gone.
little bit of the alchemy table got on those documents.
Lost some good health potions. And
I still haven't
Let's
even
put you guys back
investigated
in.
it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
Go
potions
ahead
I wrote.
and
I'm pretty
shuffle
sure you
all of
said
these.
some of it was like health potions.
Yeah.
Or you can set them up like right over
It
here.
was like red liquid with me.
Yeah. I think one of the documents they had just was kind of soaked a little bit.
Should just sucked on the paper.
Oh, my cut's gone.
Dino's always the bloodthirsty one. So he needs to get this works.
As long as there's somebody that can see the dark in front of me, I'm good with close. Ooh, am I going to be cutting down trees again?
There's a down tree in the path. What do we do?
You can't step over.
Those are marching orders.
What'd you say?
We're just all so packed close together.
I roll still.
Alright, so you guys are walking down that path. Alright, and then I'll give you your two hunters really quick.
On the road again. Stick with the trick. Just can't wait to go on the road again.
Making music with my friends.
My friend with the music got left behind.
Alright, let's say these two orcs are the
Orcs?
hunter friends. Alright, where do you want your hunter friends? Where do you want your hunter friends?
Like one at the back with me, and then
One for Dino. We do
You're telling me these guys were just like, yeah, we'll go with you after you threw a knife at us and threatened us.
I think that's exactly why they go.
Damn straight.
You're describing why they're coming.
Damn straight.
What do we think too wide? Is that okay?
Sorry, boss man, you want us going that way? Okay, alright.
What do we think too wide?
Oh, baby!
Two wides, good.
Two wide. 4 wide? 4 wide?
Yeah, just all like just in one straight line, horizontal.
Cool. Alright, so as you guys are carrying down this path, I want the front two to go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, high.
And the hunter.
You know, roll high.
Yes.
Do it.
So somebody roll for the hunter, just tell me the number.
Then that one.
2.
Oh.
close.
Close.
What'd you get? 2. Oh, we're blind. I got 3.
Alright, so as you guys end up coming up closer to the edge,
We did.
you're going to end up hearing somebody just shout, "Halt!"
Who goes there?
You see a couple end up scattering around.
Must have been the wind. I'm an animal.
Who are you that are approaching?
We are travelers, refugees of the burning forest. Did you not see the forest fire? There's a fire in the distance, and our homes, we were displaced.
Roll deception.
Merely trying
Are you
to
also selling things
run
too
away.
in the 50s?
No transatlantic accent. 22.
I will give you attention.
That sounds like
Let's
a, you could use
It's
a vacuum.
potty.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you not seen the roaring forest fire? Because of the siege of Pike, the fire spread to the forest.
One moment, please.
He looks up. No fire. You put on my fire-seeking goggles.
Roll initiative.
Yoinks.
As expected. Hey.
It's easy.
How do I get a 2 minus 2? This dice sucks. Oh my look, your money.
No.
This is the tree.
The tree. The tree point.
Tree. Oh, what? A tree. Oh, what? A tree. Oh, a tree. This is a tree.
All right. Go.
Uh-oh, are we in?
You want?
All right. So
Well, we're gonna
Space
sand people.
let's go. Let's go.
Space Vietnam.
Let's go above the 20. Okay. Let's go 15 to 20.
16.
See?
8.
Okay. Let's go 10 to 15.
Circle 13.
13. Okay. Below 10.
9.
Ocho. 8.
I know a little bit. 9, 8. All right. What it is?
Enough said. I literally got a 0. I don't know how it's possible.
Cowabunga it is.
You just don't fight. That's it. You're
I'm gonna.
gonna roll
pound,
that ball
sit
on
down.
the floor.
Yeah.
And then just
Play dead.
I'm gonna go take a leak.
All right. So
Feel
you're
like
gonna
a
end up seeing one of the guards on top of there immediately just pull back a bow and just release it right at you. So this is gonna be going right for Dino,
Oh shit.
and that is gonna be above a 20 to hit. And you're gonna take a total of 5 piercing damage.
Good.
All right. Now going to soldier number 2. Soldier 2 is going to make an attack. It's going to be going towards the middle of the group, so probably going to be going towards you, Arthur. So that is going to be a 12.
Miss. Sorry, no. It is a hit.
12 to hit?
12 AC. Oh, kick the
we
lead.
have one reaction.
All right, that is going to be a total of
Use it
5
anytime
piercing
somebody
damage coming
attacks
through.
Yes.
Next one is going to end up being a 16 to hit on you, Edard. Okay. And that is going to be a total of 7 piercing damage.
Try again.
And now we are going to go to the last 2.
We can visibly see who these people are. Well, I guess I can't.
Huh?
All right.
Do the archers get disadvantage from shooting their bows at night?
They all had torches.
Yeah, they're holding the torch.
They launched the torch at us.
I can see.
They dropped the torches, and in addition to that, you're still kind of in that sun.
Twilight. God.
But they are able to see it.
They
Um,
distracted.
All right, so going to
Torch. All right.
going to Elena.
I would like to go ahead and cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
That's funny.
Apparently it was for him.
It's pretty good.
All right, you're casting magic
I just
missile.
imagine like the little hop animations, like with the thing going away.
So
A
doing
fallout.
it at 3rd level, I now have 5 darts.
Ooh, okay.
So, that is 1d4 plus 1.
5 1d4.
Then stop trying to metagame me.
Just messing with you.
All right, so where are they going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, one for each. Got it.
Yes. That's a 3, a 5, a 5, a 4, and a 4.
Damn.
Okay. Those are some numbers.
That's a lot of damage.
This is starting to do some damage.
Must be nice.
All right.
So I
this
can't
one's the one you hit the 5 on.
No, you can do a reaction.
I can do a reaction right now?
No,
You
reaction.
can do a reaction on your turn.
Yeah, no. So,
I'm-
in order for you to do shield, you have to wait till somebody attacks you. That's the only reason for shield.
Okay.
So, because all shield does is it adds 5 to your armor class, so it'll automatically make the attack miss.
Okay.
You can't do that reaction again until the next round, or any reaction until the next round.
Okay. All right, going to Ellard.
Okay. Finally, time to freaking rage again.
Go!
Okay. Yep. I am going to rage, and I'm gonna go 5,
No.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And I'm going to I'm gonna wreck this again.
Okay.
So that's a 16 plus 9
Whoa.
to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And then that's going to be, come on, big damage. That is 12. 5, 6, 27 damage.
So he's cut in half.
How? Does he slice down? Does he slice vertical?
You tell me.
Yeah.
man.
No,
You
I
flayed him, bro.
honestly, at this point, I think I probably, when I raged, I just went straight into this, honestly.
Yeah.
And I just come up and just bite the dude's head. Like, not even the axe, I just,
Yeah.
his head's gone.
So unhinges like a snake, and instead of like a snake that devours, it's
Yeah,
Chomp.
just rip. Just
Some of-
visceral, just coming out of the neck, just spraying everywhere. It's like a blood fountain.
Ugh.
Yeah.
love it. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that one's dead.
He did.
Anything else you want to do?
I'm the one that made him die. I
Oh.
So it's worth noting that after Elar basically bites his head off, you're gonna end up seeing the head just kind of like goes like mangling all around. You're gonna end up seeing this giant piece of metal just come hitting the ground, skipping off, and eventually hitting a tree. You recognize as it kind of glimmers off some of the residual light. It is a helmet of what was beyond the head.
Choose for a moment.
Coughing up a little hairball.
I think at that point I'm just going to try like to intimidate everybody there. Because I feel like I deserve that at this point. And I just pretty much just kind of roar out. Does anybody want this? No.
All right. We're gonna go. So that I think that was enough to trigger the other guy's reaction. So the other guy's reaction is, "Get help! Tell the checkpoint."
Oh.
It's okay, I'm cool.
Shenanigans.
You're cool, me.
I'm ready to go.
Going to Dino.
It's going to dash. 30, 40, 45, 50, 55. Bonus action, hit him with my blood short sword.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 27 to hit.
Yeah, 27 is definitely gonna hit.
It's gonna be 10 damage.
10 damage. Cool. All right, that is 10. What else you want to do?
It's my full action to just dash. Bonus action. As I just thrust my short sword right into his guts, and I'm just gonna look up at him and just say, "You're one of the many that will be spilling their blood tonight." And then just kind of release the sword from his gut.
Okay. As that happens, you're gonna end up seeing this kind of like look of like desperation and fear in his eyes. You barely see it through what looks like the shield. Like basically his like face guard. It kind of just like pulls it up a little bit to kind of look at you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Going to Dion. Or not Dion. Sorry. Zatu.
Can't believe you just called me by my government. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, taking partial cover behind the rock. I'm gonna point at one of the archers as the sound of bells ring in the air, and I'm gonna lift my arms up and cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay. Go ahead. So wisdom save, right?
Yeah, wisdom save 15.
Failure.
You failed? Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d12s.
2d12s.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you guys are higher level.
11 for the first one.
Just the
11.
Yeah. And 1.
11.
12.
Hey, that's the max damage on the roll.
Hey, let's
I have
go.
just the sound.
All right. Which one were you doing?
Yes.
Which one were you doing?
A, B, C, D.
One of the archers with the bow is probably the guy on the log.
Okay.
This land is,
Log.
this land is my land.
Is that the taco?
Yeah. Hold the tip.
Does it
Thank
sound
you,
a little
appreciate
chihuahua?
that.
And
This
this
time.
next day in the
That's
toilet
what
will be a massacre.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to do? You're gonna end up seeing as he just kind of like jarring around and almost falls off of the log.
I imagine a skeleton grabbed a stick and twisted it. No, at that point, I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
All right. Going into Arthur.
Wow. So you did this. You hit this guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to step out.
How bloodied is he?
He looks really bloody.
Okay.
Like a really bloody.
30, so I'd step a little bit. Going to cast. Okay. Have I seen any of them run yet? Like anybody
yet.
run towards the checkpoint?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, Archer on the log is going down. Firebolt.
Won't give.
Hell yeah.
Firebolt. Of course, it's a 10, so why would it fucking matter?
10
Yeah.
plus.
So as your firebolt goes out, you're gonna end up seeing it just straight up misses. The lights, the lack of light, seems to really be effective.
It just catches the moss next to
A little bit. Singes it.
I pout.
All
That is all, thank you.
right. So going to the first guy, so you're gonna end up seeing that this guy immediately turns around and starts to try to. Okay.
You. Weapon.
Kill.
Oh, do our hunter dudes get a turn?
They actually, yeah, they should get a turn. You're right. No, you're right.
Bailiff, whack his PP.
I'll add them in. I forgot about them actually. I'll add them at the end of the mission for you. All right, so one of the archers is going to straight miss. The other one is.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and that one's going to miss too, actually. So.
The 25 to hit on my part.
Oh yeah, so that one's not going to miss. That one's definitely going to hit.
Yeah, that's with 6 damage, so I swipe him right on the back as he turns
And how much damage is that?
around. 6.
6. All right, so as you swipe him across the back, you're going to end up kind of straight cleaving up against where the armor is not, as you just kind of split part of his side as everything starts filling out. He just collapses.
Boom.
All right. The second one right here is going to immediately.
Talk about your ass again.
All right, and then this one.
See the one over here.
No, that one's dead.
Never mind, it's dead.
Yeah.
Whoops.
All right. So that is going to be their turns. Going to the other one right over here. This other one is going to just go over here. And it's going to make it's going to make a swipe against you, but it's going to try to kind of put himself in between you.
He's gonna try.
Right. And that is going to end up being a 9.
No.
So he's going to end up just kind of like coming down the sword, basically just clear missing you and trying to put the sword in between you and the rest of them. He's going to look you in the eye and say, "You're not going to pass. They will inform." And then I guess it goes to Elena.
Okay, I would like to go ahead and
That's fine.
What?
I was looking at this one. I forgot that.
Yeah. Movement is 30, correct?
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh wait, why do you have 20 feet of walking speed?
Maybe because of the armor?
Armor.
Oh, possibly. Just say it's 30 then.
Yeah, it should be 30. It shouldn't affect you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, as soon as you did it, it went
Yeah,
to 30. So
okay.
yeah, you're still 30. Yeah.
Okay. And then. Yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step to right here.
Okay.
On.
Cool, cool.
You
All right,
can move
you're
still.
right there. What are you gonna do now?
I can move still.
Yeah, you can still move. You just
Bonus
use your
action.
action now.
It's a bonus action too. It's Misty
Yeah.
Step.
Oh, is
Misty
it?
Step
Yeah.
should be a bonus action.
Oh.
It isn't.
I didn't realize that.
Okay, so now I can not. I don't have another action.
No, you
No,
do.
I
do.
You
You
still have an
yeah.
action
I'm
and movement.
confused.
Yeah, Misty Step is a
Okay.
bonus action.
Yes. So now at this point, I would like to go ahead and use green flame. No, just kidding, because that'll bounce off. Okay. I'm just going to punch with my new gauntlets.
Cool. Pa-pa! Give him the old one.
The old one, too.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be her attack, which I think it's what's it?
Well, yeah.
It's strength though. I think if it's an unarmed attack.
So it's
Essentially just 1 plus your strength.
1 plus strength.
Listen, you're proficient in these.
Oh, so it's just
I'm
gonna be
confused.
one.
It's just
Unarmed
one.
strike is you actually have +3 for hit DC on that, but then the damage is 1. Yeah, it's literally there is no because she doesn't have anything in her strength. It's literally just 1 damage. So you still have to roll to hit.
Yeah, you have to roll the hit.
But it's gonna be 1 damage.
That stinks. Oh well, I already said I'm doing
You're a wizard.
it. 19 to
Yeah.
hit.
You don't do
Yeah,
the
that's
bonus.
not-
Unarmed strikes is more for
Yeah.
barbarians.
Just
All right.
smack.
So as he kind of like mixes with the blade and just kind of looks at you, you're gonna end up seeing this shimmering fist just go, and it just clear like broadside his face.
Struck of everything off this.
I
Really?
yeah, I wasn't thinking. I thought these would do more.
Clearly.
All right, going to Ellard.
Sprint. Chase.
I see something about
You're not one of the voices in his head.
Sprint.
that. Yeah, I don't. I'm just gonna go my movement speed. 30. And I will throw a javelin at that feller there.
Okay. Cool. Make your attack.
That is. Oh wow! I got 2 5s plus 9 or plus 8. Sorry. No, that, what? That's the hit.
That's a hit. Yeah.
So 13.
13. 13's in the miss.
Okay. Yeah. And then that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Going to Adina.
Chase. Did you dash? 12. Cut him off.
Okay.
And of course, I guess that offset, so.
Opportunity attack on you.
Mm-hmm. Lay it on me, good man.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, nah.
Another 9.
Yeah, nah.
Why would he even get an opportunity attack? He just moved around.
I was.
Oh, I forgot. I was saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus action hits him with my sword again.
I just realized I'm not on camera at all because he tripped
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That means I've been caught in 4K.
And
That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, too much.
There we go.
There you go. Right there.
Good
Now you can
catch.
see
Good
his pretty
catch.
face again.
I'm back!
Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to like string that up in the ceiling. It's gonna come.
Cable
Right.
Raceway.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
16 to hit.
Were you able to attack? You know, use a bonus action to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Dashing is an action.
Yeah. So then bonus action.
I think the bonus
Second attack.
action, the bonus action second attack only works if you take an action attack. I'm pretty sure.
You can use a bonus action to use your
to
offhand.
use your offhand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Could you get 2 weapon fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I do too.
Still wield everything. So yeah.
So many hands.
2 wielding my staff.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I know I got a 16 to hit.
Yeah. 16 hits. So
And that's going to be
40 damage.
8 damage
8 damage.
on the guy.
All right. And that one is.
Slash his
Okay.
hamstring.
He is looking bloody.
So
Cool.
all right. So as I slash him, I'm also going to say something.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
It's metal.
Going to
Hell
Mr. Zatu.
I mean, is there anybody else left?
1, 2, 3. So
Running.
Alright!
Oh, thank you.
Hey!
Oh, woo!
Congrats.
Total cheese.
5, 10,
Ooh.
15, 20,
Jeez.
25, 30.
Jeez.
You guys will never guess what I'm about to do.
Oh, what are you gonna
Wait.
Sound the Taco Bell.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, you gotta have it ready.
do? There you go.
It's a great way to end the commercial right there. Laughs and then a bell.
All right. So that is. Does a 12 pass?
No, 15.
Okay.
7. Ooh, 11, please. Slurpee day.
7 11.
6.
7 to
13.
6. 13.
Oh, dang. It's 7-Eleven. I heard it was Slurpee.
Is it?
Fuck
It is.
Hey, you guys still got
7-Eleven's
time.
open all night.
You guys still got
24
time.
So that's why we'll get
We
those
wrap this
Slurpees
up.
out.
Alrighty. So as that ends up happening, you're gonna end up seeing the bells start chiming around as he just kind of begins to like kind of fall and falter and then just collapse.
There it is.
and you hear this weird ringing come from this weird sound of his helmet hitting the rocks.
Who did that? That guy did?
He did.
I did.
He did.
Yeah.
All right. Going to Arthur.
All right. Really way to sidestep anything to get a shot on it.
Double dash onto the log.
Double dash.
I don't know if I can be bothered,
Only runs to
honestly.
do that, I think.
Turn around the corner. That's both movement and dash. I'm done.
Cool.
Very useful.
All right. Going to.
You're helping.
Go to the archers. So we'll just say the archers end up moving up around that corner to try to sidestep and see.
Here?
Yep. One of them is going to take a shot. The other one's going to keep moving forward.
How far forward?
Yeah, basically right there. So one's going to take a shot. The other one's going to dash. One to take a shot is going to hit. And that's not a lot of damage. It's going to be a little bit coming through. And that one was. Alright, that one in front of you, Dino, looks really screwed up. Alright, going to the one in front of you.
You're not gonna catch me.
And they are going to try to run away.
Opportunity attack.
Yep, I figured.
Crimson Blade.
That's a 13.
13's not going to hit.
No.
What? So then they're going to get away? That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You better
And
throw that
This
dagger.
one is going to be. Okay. All right.
Stab him in the leg.
Or to the knee. Alrighty. Going to Elena.
I am going to hop up here on the log and cast magic missile at both of them.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Sure
I'm
did.
going to.
How many are going where?
Yes.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna do second level, so that is 4. It's 4, 3, 3,
Wait, so which ones are going where?
2, and 2. So
4, 3, 3, and 3.
yeah.
7 and 6.
The one that Dino just was kind of interacting with, that one's just going to immediately collapse these missiles and striking it back.
Get him.
Blast them.
And the other one, let me just
Kill
add
half.
really quick.
Mhm.
The other one might be down too, actually. Let me double check.
It is. You don't have to check it.
I'm gonna be in this one.
I know. You're doing some work.
Yeah, that one's actually going to go down too.
Elena's the MVP.
Elena with the clutch magic missiles.
It's
a good spell.
Hell
If
yeah.
you don't have it, you should get it.
Totally dead is so much better.
Just forget about the minor setback of slapping somebody in the face.
Don't punch people.
Just-
Alright, so as they all ended up collapsing, we're out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
Go home.
We actually are going to be ending the session, but
Let's loot.
Let's hide their bodies. Okay, well, let's
Burn them. I can eat them.
and
Yeah.
we'll start that forest fire.
I'm just gonna start eating the body.
alright. You're going to be eating through a lot of really, really untasty armor, but sure, you can try to do that.
I mean, do I taste it or what? Like,
Ooh, do we try to
No,
put
it's,
the
it's
armor
like
on?
more like the
That's
thing,
what I
like
was
your like ectoplasm trying to like envelop it and kind of absorb
Somehow I think our races are gonna.
Oh,
I
I have no idea where.
I wouldn't be putting it on. I'd be upset.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe the other 3 could put on some armor. You
Pretend.
and I maybe could go off to the side once we reach.
I'll climb a tree. Surprise, motherfucker.
while y'all are doing that, I'm just eating bodies.
So we're strategizing.
You're
Yeah.
really
Next
eating
encounter?
them.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like enraged.
it. If you guys want, we could strategize now, or if we did go a little bit over, we could pick up and strategize.
Yeah.
All right, that works for me. Awesome, but you guys are talking about potentially something involving the armor.
Yes.
Donning armor.
We're gonna.
So we will remember that. Add that to the notes. We will recap it next session. Thank you guys so much for joining us in that fantastic Millennial Tavern. Thank you so much for all new follows. And remember to pick us at the bun. Anything else you guys want to add before we go ahead and kick off?
I don't know. Maybe if anybody hasn't or is watching for the first time, they want to get caught up. Check our YouTube page.
Yep. Our YouTube channel is Millennial Tavern on YouTube.
Thanks for following, friends.
Oh, yes.
I know a couple of you guys have to make Twitch accounts to follow, but I'll be following up with you guys sometime this week.
You
Whether
cut off
who?
again.
Whether who?
Wait, what the hell?
What the hell?
It's inevitable, it looks like. But all right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. Have a
Bye.
fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You're warm.
I love my-
The